Hello, Liz. How you doing? Liz, you are very frequently the first person in stream, and I think it's going to be really funny on the VoDs where it's just like 4 days in a row me going, hello, Liz. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. How are you today? I hope everything's good. Oh, the timer's not on screen. There we go. Fixed. Easy. Nice and easy. Cool. Oh, no leaks. Why am I in Paldea? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, man. Why am I here? Why am I in Paldea? That is so strange. Ignore that. That's nothing. That means nothing. That's nothing at all, that is. That's literally not even a thing. You guys can't even see that I'm in Paldea, if I'm honest with you. You can't. You don't know. Hello, Echo. How are you? It's good to see you. Okay, let me find my webcam. Hello, here I am. How is everyone doing today? I hope everybody's good. Okay, so totally nothing. Yeah, totally nothing. Let's see what our outbreaks are in Kitakami today. Clefairy. Spinarak, we don't need. Squover, we don't need. Are we gonna have to just reset the day? Clefairy. Oh, Tutel. I don't want to wild out, but I did just post in Discord that I wanted a Tutel today. So I'm like, you know, maybe it'll also give us that Basculin outbreak if we go looking for it. Oh my god. You're in class where you don't do anything, so you're just watching the stream. Oh, you know what? I'm jealous of that. Wait, is this where we also got Corefish? I think this is where we got Corefish. This isn't a bad outbreak location at all. We can work with this. There's like we can stand sort of here-ish and just reset, and like obviously you get I mean, like, I would have much rather that a Hoothoot in the background there were a Tutel. That would have been a much better way to start the stream. But you know what? I'll take a 2-minute 30-second shiny. I'll take that. I'll take it. I don't even know what duplicate number this is at this point, but I love Hoothoot, so I can't even be mad. Okay, cool. Good start to the day. A nice quick duplicate. Not even any mods here, man. Oh, the early gang crew's been used 92 times. That's exciting. Wi-Fi's bad at school, though. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I remember when they didn't even have Wi-Fi at my school. Is that putting age on myself there? The school didn't have Wi-Fi for the students. You weren't meant to have phones. 21, I want to say. So yeah, yet another duplicate. But not a bad one. For sure, not a bad one. Is it number 21? It is number 21. And the last one was also a Hoothoot. There we go. I didn't check it for a mark, so I'll really quickly see if it's title deferred. It's not. We're fine. Title conferred? Anyway. Yeah. Let's start with this Tutel outbreak, I guess. No reason not to, huh? God, what a crazy start to the stream, honestly. How are you all doing then? I hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you for being here. It seems like this outbreak is maybe a little further across than our other outbreak was. So like they're spawning a little bit differently. They're not going all the way into that corner. Unfortunately, Tutel is not yet a rock type, so it becomes a bit of a menace. Let's see how a reset works on here. I'm not sure if it'll let us reset this far along the beach, but it should. And we'll see if it helps us. Here we go. Do a picnic. There's not much space. It's going to be a menace. Oh, there we go. It's not too bad. I think I might have been too close to a rock. Hello, Mel. How you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope everything's good. Chat, I think I've come to the conclusion that at the moment for stream, I'm going to try my very best not to talk about how I feel about streams. Does that make sense? I think I'm complaining too much about my own inefficiencies in streams and how they have affected me. So I'm going to try and not complain. So hopefully you'll see a less complainy RyanWasTaken today. Not complaining, but like, you know, acknowledging. Because I'm not complaining, because I understand that things change. So yeah, it's I think that's kind of how it's going to be today. This isn't a great outbreak location. I will say, though, that at least we have an outbreak location, because Tutel a bit of a menace. Again, you can't really isolate Pokemon in this DLC, and because family spawns don't really happen, we can't even look for a Dreadnought family and hope for a Tutel with it. So, you know, I think that I have always been the person that does the living shiny decks without Sparkle Power. Do I wish a little bit that we'd done Sparkle Power in Kitakami so that we weren't still stuck doing the living decks in Kitakami? Yeah. Yeah, I do actually wish that. I do actually wish that. Yeah. That's exactly right. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's fine, innit? It's fine. How you doing, Mel? I hope everything's going well today. Yeah, I'm gonna reset here because we've run out of tutels to KO. Ah, no, we got a couple on the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the bay. And then we'll get into more in the water probably as well. I don't know. I think, the further you run across here, the less we're seeming to spawn though. So it's something to keep in mind. I will say that Tutel is a very apparent shiny as well. Things are good. I'm glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Just got to 100 resets on your hunt for Oshawott in black too. Ooh, 100 resets. It's the first, like, I would say that getting to 100 is like the first milestone where it's like, oh, now I'm properly doing the hunt. Do you know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, but like until I get to like 100, I'm like, I might quit. As soon as I get to 100, though, I'm like, no, I've invested time now. I'm like, I need to actually get this sorted. I don't know. I don't know if that sounds a little bit silly or not, though. I'm definitely of the opinion, though, that I'm like, yeah, I kind of need to be out there doing a certain amount before I'm committed. It's like going back to Pokemon Crystal will be fun because we've got like 400 and odd encounters on it. We're like 5% of the way there, you know? I don't know. It's there's just always that little milestone. I see there's still a couple of Tutel. I think we're like lacking Tutels at the moment, so I have to check if this Arrow Scooter is shiny because honestly, with the way that we just got a random thingy, is it? No, it's not. I can't see its head properly. No, it's not shiny. Its head is brown. There you go. Not shiny. It's worth checking them. Worth checking them. I think that because we need them, yeah. You're actually here this early for once. I know, right? You're here very, very early. I don't think many people come to the stream early these days. And honestly, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. You're going to sit through this as your favorite Pokemon. You want it to be your first non-Scarlet Violet hunt. Ooh, it's going to be a big one, that. Yo, Heron, hello. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think that like a non-Scarlet Violet hunt for a lot of people is kind of a crazy one. Like, I don't know. I feel like most people these days are just so familiar with shiny Pokemon being easy to achieve, like relatively, that they don't understand what it was like in older games. And I think that despite the fact that in older games they're difficult, people would have fun with them.
November. Did you know we actually don't know who the inventor of the fire hydrant is? Because the patent was destroyed in a fire. That's
really funny. It's not, but it is. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Is that more like a funny bit? Or is it like they genuinely have no idea who it was? There was like no other records anywhere. Like there was only ever the patent for it filed. There was no like evidence of failed patent attempts or like whatever. It's just straight up, we don't know. You caught a shiny Salander, it was male. Is that not the whole experience? I think today we're going to focus on some annoying shinies. That has reminded me. I think we're going to look for Tutel now because Tutel annoying to isolate, but we've somehow got an outbreak of it today. Also considering going for Basculin or Arrokuda today. I don't know which one, and I would probably only do one of them. But I think there is a couple of those like somewhat difficult shinies left that we need to get searching for, you know? All right, 1 second. That doesn't look like a shiny Barraskewda to me. We continue. So yeah, we got to get some of them out the way. Hello, Pokepal. Good afternoon. How you doing? Hope everything's going well for you. Hope everything's good. If you Google it, they'll tell you a name, but you're pretty sure officially they don't know. I mean, okay, I see what you say. I understand what you're saying. It's a good one. I think that because it's like, for example, if the patent for, I don't know, what's something that everyone knows who invented it was. If a famous patent was destroyed in a fire, people would still know the name of the inventor. So I'm kind of like, I feel like that's what it is. It's just a really fun fact still. I like that. That's so funny as well that it's like for something that it could be, not prevented, but helped by the patented item. It's a good fact. I like it, Cindy. It's a good fact. You had to check the fact because you got it from a YouTube short. Oh, I like stuff like that. Those sorts of channels do really well, but like they're not my sort of content, you know? I like hearing about the best ones from you, Cindy. I'll let you tell me the best ones. Once a month. It's fun. The Mimikyu hunt's gonna be the death for you. You've been at it for 2 days. Really? Is it really going that badly? That's crazy to me. Mimikyu, actually, do you know what? I'll take that back. Mimikyu was annoying for me in this game. It took a while, but it still was quite, like, fine. Like, it wasn't hard to see. Let's put it that way. You're on sandwich number 2 for your shiny Yanma at pool area. Oh, nice. Good luck. Yeah, Yanma is a good shiny as well. You have the perfect spot, but it's refusing to show up. Is that not the way this game has been recently? I don't know about you guys, and I'm probably just, like, overreacting a little bit, but, like, it feels to me recently like shiny look is lower. I'm seeing less shinies. Yesterday is different. I saw a lot of shinies yesterday, but mostly at the end of the stream, you know? I'm wondering if they've changed it so that shiny hunting is better suited to the American time zones. I am, of course, joking. Imagine. Yeah, no, I'm, of course, joking. It's like one shiny you'll find in a matter of minutes and the other takes days. There's no in between. Yeah, we've already had a shiny today. We got a shiny Hoothoot to start the stream like 30 seconds in. I literally flew out of Paldea, flew to this area. Shiny Hoothoot stood on this bank over here just waiting for me. It was like, excuse me? What do you mean? I actively went searching for Hoothoot because I really wanted it. I wish I hadn't. Now we got like 40 of them. Your normal source is a foreign website. You stumbled upon this one while scrolling and immediately knew this was the one for November. That's so fun. That's so fun. It's a good fact. It's a good fact. Can't argue with it. All right. Let's get this outbreak down and do some picnics and see how it goes. You have one, but you need a second for the Kitakami shiny decks. Oh, yeah. No, I get you. I get you. Me of all people, I understand catching multiple of the same shiny. Even if other people don't get it. I certainly do. I think it's a lot of fun. Come on, Vaporeon. Is that Barraskewda going to be anything? Joke of the day. Rest in peace, boiling water. You will be missed. Oh my god. That one's silly. I like it as well. No, that is not a blue face on the Barraskewda, right? No, that is just a regular Barraskewda. Never mind. Never mind. Onwards. Oh my god. I've got such an itchy eye today. I think I got like an eyelash in it, and I still don't think my eye is properly recovered from being eyelashed, if that makes sense. Okay. We're there. We've got it. So I think that if we have a little look around, we'll try and find where is a good place for us, because I think that the furthest over here we can go is the best place we can go. It'll mean that we get like a fairly decent reset. So we just need to find a place that the game will let us do this. Not much space. I think we need to maybe stand a bit inside here. Not much space. Not much space. I hate this game. Just tell me why. Just give me like a circle that says this is why you can't make a picnic. Like, what is the state of this game, man? Actually ridiculous. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic that I can then just take a half side step. I am so sick of Kitakami. I think that it's just very badly made. I genuinely think it's really badly made. Sorry. Anyway. Okay, so that's not even a really good spot for us to stand in. We're barely seeing any Tootle at all. I don't really know that there's a good place for us to stand to see Tootles. It might be a sort of like how we were doing the Poliwhirl. Literally the ground glitch. Sorry, I had literally had the ground glitch out and unload from underneath me the other day. I never had any of these problems with Paldea. If I was trying to make a picnic in a stupid place, it wouldn't let me. I think that's fair. I think that's really fair. If I'm trying to make a picnic in this game, it straight up just won't let me. It doesn't matter if it's in a stupid place or in a sensible place. It straight up says no. And I don't like that. I think that's ridiculous. You try and choose one of the fun facts to tell you, like, on birthdays, if that makes sense. I get you, like anniversaries of the facts and stuff. That's fun. I like that. That's good. Yo, Coco. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, welcome in, raiders. How's everything going today? Don't mind me. Just complaining heavily about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. How are you doing? I'm good. Thank you for asking. What were you up to today? How was the stream? I hope everything went well. Yeah, I'm just having a big old complaint because I really genuinely think that this game is this DLC for me. I'm like, it's not well made. I can't find a good place for my Tutel outbreak, and I'm grumpy about it. I always feel like I have to check Barraskewdas as well. Shiny hunting is a balancing act between hunting the shinies and hunting for Herba for the sandwiches. For you, it might be. I don't use Herba Mystica. I am better than you. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't mean it like that. Hello, Ryu. You love the DLC for VGC? Oh, yeah. No, 100% I can imagine. That's so fun, though. I'm glad the DLC's been good. Has any of the new Pokemon either... I guess... They don't often let you use legends in initial VGC formats, right? So have any of the newer Pokemon been valuable to you in VGC? Or have they all been like a little bit, you know, pushed to the side until a later date? Hello, King Glaceon. Welcome in, welcome in. The pain you felt is unimaginable. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm thinking that, like, in terms of this outbreak, we're not seeing a lot of Tutel if I'm resetting on the shore, you know? And I don't think it lets me reset when I'm over this area. It didn't like it. It was like there's no space. And then it worked. Maybe this is better then. Your Ogapon has been a standout. You were rocking Ogie Dogie for a little bit in the early meta and tonight on stream too. I respect that. Right, here's my thing about VGC. Is that I like it when people have their own little niche in a meta. Like, something isn't necessarily the strongest thing right now, but oh my god, Arrokudas are going to be impossible to see as well. This is going to suck. What if I literally just stand over here? Is this going to give me better Tutels? Is it going to give me good ones? Yo, hello, Brandon. Welcome in, welcome in. VGC meta is very stale. You mostly run Metamons on your team. I always hear tales about, was it a Pachirisu? I hear tales about a Pachirisu, and I'm like, that sounds really good. You see, the thing about this game for me as well is that the picnics are a bit clunky, but also I wish there was a repel. Ever since Triceps mentioned it, I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god, it would be so good if I could just throw a repel in front of me here so no Pokemon spawn in this grassy area and we only get Tutels behind us. Okay. 4 is still not a lot. Yeah, there's no good place for this. So I think we're going to have to do resetting the area by moving away from the Tutels and respawning them. And it's going to be a little bit clunky, but hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know where to go to do it, so I'm just vibing right now. I'm just vibing. The world's winning Pachirisu went down as one of the most legendary things you've ever seen. Oh, yeah. Incredible, right? Incredible. I remember when you said 36 to go yesterday. You said, well, 1 each day works. And now you're at 32. Oh, yeah. No, we did really well yesterday. We did really well yesterday. Can I make a picnic up here? What would be the point? There's no Tutel nearby. I'm trying to work out if there's, like, somewhere we can just quickly reset from. I'm directly above the Tutel outbreak now, so hopefully just a bunch of Tutel will spawn as I fall. Good morning. I wish they had the dice from Legends Arceus. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think, you know, at first I was like, no, I don't think it needs it. I was like, you know what? I don't care for the noise right now. I've changed my mind so completely on that. I think the fact that, like, the Pokemon Legends Arceus noise was, like, accessibility as well, right, Shaolin? It's like... The fact that I can play this game fine. I've got the right sort of vision to be able to see shiny Pokemon. Not everybody does. And I don't know. I just think it's a little bit poor of a show from an accessibility standpoint. I think there's not really an excuse for this lack of accessibility. We want to be stood as far away from anywhere else as possible. So we really want to be stood like here, right? We want to be stood as against this wall and hope that it's enough. Because, like, that's a lot of Tutel that we've managed to get there. Oh, it's... Pause champ, and my stream's crashed. My stream's crashed. 1 moment. I don't know if anyone can hear me at the moment. That's really irritating, though. Okay, let's go on to here, and let's hope that stream comes back soon. Hello, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? I think we should be back. Hit refresh. Hit refresh. I think we should be good. I need somebody to just let me know that you can hear me again, because obviously the stream just crashed. You hear me? Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you, Monarch. I appreciate that. It went for like a while there, like everything just crashed. I don't know if you guys got the crash. I don't know if it was just on my end, but it reloaded itself and we're fine. I found a picnic spot that might work. We're pushed against a wall, but it could work. Maybe. We've got 5, 6. This is way more than we have been getting. By like 4 or 5. Oh, this is so much better. Yeah, this is so much better. Okay. Okay. Wait. Pause, champ. Pause, champ. Okay, can I then therefore stand a little bit further this way and try? There's not much space. Tell me I've not lost the location. Tell me I haven't lost the location. Why did I move? Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? I literally just made a picnic. What do you mean? I literally just made a picnic. What does it mean? What? You got more shinies in this game than you got in any other, but it's rough to confirm the small mons are shiny. Oh, 100%, yeah. 100%. Because of the crash, I don't know if you read my message. Not yet. I'm getting around to it. I was dealing with the crash. Please let me catch up with chat. It's one of those things. I just needed to fix everything first, and now I'm getting back to where I can do the shiny hood. I'll get to it. I've got you. I've got you. Your bad mood from Tuesday is completely turned around. Basically, against like 99% of people on Twitch's advice, you did mail back a friend that was last seen 13 years ago. Turns out everyone was wrong, and you legit. It was legit, and you were catching up. Oh, yeah. I think that's good. I'm glad. Oftentimes, it's a little bit scary. I think that the only time you need to be really careful with stuff like that is if this friend that's disappeared for a long time comes back and starts asking for money or something. You know what I mean? I think it's one of those. You'd be like, Herba, who needs them? I know I don't need Herba Mystica. I never need Herba Mystica. Oh man, you're buffering for like 20-30 seconds. Yep, that's about right. It didn't crash for long, but it did crash. So yeah, good to keep an eye on that. Right. I mean, this is better than nothing for Tutel. Better than nothing. It's still not amazing, but better than nothing is what I'll take. Better than nothing is what I'll take on this. I think we are... Potentially, we could move a little bit further across and get a slightly better reset. But I'm not sure it's worth the time that it'll take to get back into this spot again. What do you guys think? Should we try and get a slightly better reset on this as well? Should I move, like, just a little bit further along and see if the wall will let us? You see what I mean about this game, though? It's so, like, it makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all. That's all I'll say. The game makes no sense at all. You're about to take a break from Mimikyu, giving you a headache with it refusing to appear. Oh, for sure, for sure. Salty is the rarest. I don't think that that's true. I think that they're all about as common as each other. Just certain Pokemon give certain herbs. I think that from what I've heard, spicy was the rarest, not salty. I don't know, though. I think it might just be a confirmation bias kind of situation, that one. Now you need to lurk. No worries, Cindy. Enjoy your lurk, and I'm really glad that you and your friend are catching back up. I very recently got back in touch with one of my friends from high school, and I'm really happy because we were incredibly good friends in high school. We were good friends in college. And then we didn't really speak for like 5 or 6 years, and then like we got back in touch, and now we're good friends again, and it's nice. I don't know, it's always good to get back in contact with people that you care about. You know, you need to lull. Those gravelly spots are so stupid about where you can and can't picnic. What's worse is there's like certain rocks that are just instantly set to no, you can't picnic here no matter what. It doesn't matter if the rocks are flat. It doesn't matter if there's plenty of space on them. You simply just can't make a picnic on them. I don't know. I think this game is clunky. I think it has a lot of flaws, and I'm not a huge fan of those flaws. I think we'll be here for about an hour, chat, looking for this Tutel, but honestly, I'm just going to say I think it's worth the time investment. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. I think it's worth the time investment. I think we're also going to maybe try and get some Arrokudas later today as well. So I feel like that's also... I think today is going to be a tricky day. I think it's going to be a day full of really irritating shinies to try and shiny hunt. So I think most of the stuff we see is in this little window here, but we do have to move left and right. You knew this person from primary school. You became friends at like 6, lost contact at the age of like 15 or 16. Yeah, it happens for sure. It happens. Again, like I say, I'm just glad that it was like all legit and everything's seemingly going well for you reconnecting. It's fun. Yeah, like, I don't know. It was like out of all the people that I saw when we basically did a reunion of our friendship group, and I still speak to, from that reunion, I still speak to 2 of the people out of the like 20 that showed up. And it's, I don't know, one of them I speak to fairly frequently, one of them I speak to a little less frequently, but it's like, it's hard to maintain lots and lots of friendships. A lot harder when you're an adult and you're not all in the same city. You know what I mean? I think it's easy enough to take a little time out your day to send somebody a message, but it's also easy enough to just completely forget to do it for 6 months, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I've not spoken to someone in 6 months, you know? The part you hate most about picnics is that sometimes when you're on a hill, it says the contents will fall off the picnic, and other times it's completely fine. Yeah, that's pretty much the complaint we've been having all stream today. Yeah, it's just very weird about where it does and doesn't let you have a picnic. I don't know. I do think that like there is ways they could fix the problem of like either give you put like a ghost location of the nearest place you could make a picnic on the map or something, and then if you go over to it and it's like, would you like to make a picnic here instead? Like, do you know what I mean? That could be good. But I don't know, man. I think that like overall the game is just a little bit clunky sometimes, and we just have to deal with it. I think there is like a 0 chance that I miss a shiny Tootle, by the way, but I want you all to keep an eye out just on the off chance that I'm not being very sensible. Apparently she moved to Sweden. Sweden. I've never been to Sweden. I've always wanted to go to like that sort of area, like that sort of like Scandinavian bit. Oh man, it's like that one joke where it's like, why do the boats up there have barcodes on them? It's so they can Scandinavian. Oh man, it's a bad one. It's a bad one. It's not a great joke. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, no, I would love to go at some point. I think Norway is the one that me and my friends always talk about going to. I feel like it's one of those. I think I would go to Norway, and then if I was in Norway, I would probably send Sarah a message on mod and be like, hey, I know this isn't close to you necessarily, but like, is it close enough to you that we can meet up and do something? Or have multiple designated picnic spots in each area. That would suck. I like the freedom of being able to make a picnic on a wall. I think having a designated picnic spot, whereas it would probably be like, oh, this is nice for most things, it would suck for outbreaks. You know what I mean? I think that in theory, in like just saying it, it sounds nice, but in actual practice, that would suck, Pokepal. That wouldn't be very good at all. Like, think about the freedom of where you can make the perfect picnic location, where you can sometimes just get like a respawn, instantly 15 Pokemon on screen. You know what I mean? Like this one, we're getting between, I want to say we're getting between like 5 and 10, depending. So we've got like 1, 2, 3, I guess over there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, 11. That's interesting. Maybe we have to move the camera all the way over there now then. Didn't they do that with Sword and Shield? They did. They did have designated picnic spots. Only on routes, though, I think. I think, like... I'm not 100% sure about this, because I never really used the camps in Pokemon Sword and Shield. But I'm pretty sure that there was designated spots on routes, and then in the wild area, it was like you can kind of just set up camp wherever there's space. But don't hold me to that, because I don't remember if that's true or not. I might just be making that up completely. I'm trying not to. I hope that's good information. The only thing I really know about the picnics was that you could make curries, and if you made curries, Pokemon could show up to the curry, and those Pokemon could be shiny. And I think that's a really fun one as well. Those Bombardier are a menace. I'm not going to bother using a water encounter sandwich, though, because I just don't think it's necessary to try and influence the other spawns to be Tootle as well. I think we're not really... It's not that deep. We managed to get a shiny Hatterene with much less spawning in like a decent chunk of time. I want to say it's like 35 minutes of looking, something like that. I think we got a good chance to get Tootle today. We just got to stick it out. Got to be persistent. And we got to be careful about that one corner on the far right. Because it's very weird. Is it okay to ask where you find the Pokemon I need to shiny hunt from time to time? You can ask. It doesn't mean that I'll have an answer for you though, Pokepal. Honestly, your best bet is often there are maps, interactive maps on Cerebi. Oh my god. Well, there's a shiny Tootle. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was really fast. Let's go. We are so back. We are so back. Nightwaver, hello. Thank you for stopping by and blessing the stream with a shiny Pokemon, I suppose. Incredible. Is it not like every time you're here that this happens? I feel like it's every time that you're here. Let's go. Interactive. Yeah, so interactive maps on Cerebi where you can work out where Pokemon spawn. Interactive. Whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Interactive. Instead of radioactive, which is funny because it's neon green. It looks a bit radioactive. Level 69. Nice. Let's go. No mark. Unfortunate. Yeah, let's yeet that into the boxes. Chat, we are so back. We are so back. Tootle. Honestly, one of the Pokemon I thought was going to be a bit of a nuisance to get as well. I want to say that. And it goes wherever Dreadnought is. Kind of far through, apparently. It's weird how full the dex is looking. You know what I mean? Like, it's starting to look really full. You caught your shiny Tootle randomly. Good for you. You're welcome again. Yeah, which Pokemon are you looking for? You were going to look. I'm sorry, Cindy. I always do that. Interactive overworld? My god, I wish the games were good enough for that to be a thing. We're not interacting with anything in this overworld. Anyway, yeah, Cindy, I'm sorry. I always talk to people when they're like, I'm gonna lurk. I'm like, whoa, what about this conversation? Have a good lurk. Enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Cool. All right, good stuff. Okay, chat, I have made what you guys might think is a painful decision today. The next Pokemon is Arrokuda. I know. I hear the problem. I hear what you're saying. I hear you. I think I have a plan for it. How's the DLC? It's okay. It's fine. It's a solid middle of the road DLC. It's solidly middle of the road. Yo, Shane, how you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Me, I think the DLC for me is like a 4 or a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 5. I think the fact that there's a foot of the DLC, I'll reevaluate them as a whole when that happens. And we'll see. What is water, chat? Is it a salt and an olive oil? It's 6 rice and something. Can somebody please do exclamation mark sandwich power and let me know what water sandwiches are for Encounter Power 2 water? You believe in me? I believe in me. I think we've got a good chance to get, we're going to be 30 away today, right? You know what I mean? If we get another shiny in this stream, salt and cream cheese. Really? No. There's another thing as well. There's another one as well. I can do salt and cream cheese. But if you do exclamation mark sandwich power, there's a different sandwich that I've got in my head that works for it. Hello, Mermawand. How you doing? Cucumber, I don't care about the I'm looking for the condiments. I know you're saying trust you. I would rather you just please did the sandwich power and told me what it says on that, if that's okay. I know I could do it myself, but it means closing out of the window and then coming back to the window, and it's a bit of a menace. And then on that link, it'll say, it won't say cream cheese and salt though. It'll say something else. Salt probably a part of it. It's 3 curry and 1 olive oil. Okay. And so I've been told that cream cheese and salt works instead. Chat, let's try it. That's a lot quicker to do. Okay. I guess I'll try again. Sorry about that. Let's try the cream cheese and salt then. Thank you for letting me know about the sandwich power. 3 curry, 1 olive oil. I'll make sure I have that for future. What's fire then? This flavor of Sneak, chat, is called Breakfast Orange. And it literally just tastes like somebody squeezed an orange into the cup. Like, I know that sounds weird. I know it does. But it's crazy. 1 olive oil, 1 salt for fire. I find it so confusing. I find it so confusing. Wait, marmalade's in a coffee cup? I wasn't looking. I wasn't paying attention. It's a good flavor. It sounds so weird, but it's like, it's literally like somebody squeezed an actual orange. It's crazy. It's so good. It's so weird. Because it doesn't taste like you're drinking like an energy drink necessarily. A tasty Ryan original. Look at that. Incredible. Encounter water. Let's go. The trust paid off. Okay, so the plan is this. The plan, chat, is simple. There's going to be a lot of Arrokuda spawn in this little area here. And I'm just going to say, go get them. And hope for the best. So, it's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be my favorite thing ever. And it's honestly incredibly laggy around here. But we need these Pokemon. And I don't know any other places that they spawn where it's only these Pokemon. You know what I mean? So, the lag, I know. So maybe we can try and find a slightly less laggy part of the lake to do this. Like maybe over here. Like, is this a little less laggy? It feels a little less laggy. I'm not going to lie to you. I wonder why it's so laggy over by the crystals. But yeah, it's not an ideal situation at the best of times. So yeah, we'll just see what we can get done. All right? It's going to suck. And there's no way to look under the water anymore either. So like, that's a problem too. You can see there's 3 of them over there. I mean, I guess we could try and zoom and see if there's no way we're ever going to tell if they're shiny. There's no way we're ever going to tell. Go get them, Beaker. Arrokuda is in the same bracket as Veluza and Varoom. They chase you. Yeah, they're not the worst for it, though. They're not the worst for it. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one, chat. And I think this is, in my opinion, the hardest shiny that we have left. This is worse than Tynamo. So, like, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, this is way worse than Tynamo because at least with Tynamo, we can see them these days. This, you can't even look underwater anymore. It won't let you. Even if you like, yeah, you can't do the thing that would let you look underwater anymore. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really, really tough, and we're just gonna have to yeah. Look, I don't want to do this, Hun. I know. The thing is, as long as we get an Arrokuda, we might be able to get Barrascuda where we just did Tutel, right? So like, I think that if we get 1 Arrokuda today, we say that we stick to it, we commit to the hardest hunt we've got left, get it out of the way, and then, because even with Basculin, at least we'll be able to see the damn Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know where there are any Arrokudas most of the time. Did you see this one, chat? I almost didn't. But yeah, I mean, we'll give it a good go. We'll just lurk around the lake. It's going to be slow running, though. That's the thing that I'll say about it as well. It's going to be really slow going. You think it may warrant Sparkle Power? I think that that is a fair thing to say. What I will say about that, though, is that I don't want to... we used Sparkle Power for 1 Pokemon so far, ever. And that was Flapple. And that's because the spawns were 1 per minute, pretty much. So, like, even with Sparkle Power, you're only seeing, like, 30 Pokemon on a good reset, you know? Hopefully, this will be a nice and quick one. We'll get it out of the way. We won't have to worry about it. It'll be done easily. I feel like there is probably other places we can go where Arrokudas are, like... You know what? Let's try and do some science. Let's try and do some science. While we got this water sandwich going, let's do some science. If I sit here... It's crazy that there's just like a random cave here with like water in it. That's weird. They don't really do that much these days. Okay, so there's no Arrokuda in this little bit here. So that's something good to know. So if we've checked that, let's check if there's any lakes or rivers around here as well. Yeah? Hello, your workers. You're back in the office. So you're not able to be here super often, but I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. How are you? It's good to see you. I'm glad you've got a little bit of time to stop by and say hello. What about here? I think this is probably going to have Magikarp in as well. So yeah. You're undecided whether you should shiny hunt Violet or restart Sword. I mean, like, honestly, I think that you can't go wrong either way. Just as long as you're doing something that you find fun, right? Like, that's the ultimate. Obviously, there are Arrokuda that are... where would be the... Is there any other place? Can you guys think of anywhere else where we might be able to find Arrokuda other than here? Because I think everywhere else also has Magikarps, and then it becomes a lot less accessible, almost. I'm just going to check the river over here as well. No, I'm almost positive the river over here as well also is just full of Magikarp as well, down here. I was expecting to see some Pokemon here. This is actually weird that we haven't. Wait, what? I guess there's no Pokemon in the water at all? Oh, wait, there is. There is. Imagine it was the one Arrokuda and it was shiny. Yeah, no, there's Magikarps as well. So I think we just have to go up to the top. I think the only thing we can really do to isolate this Pokemon's encounters is the Crystal Pool, and we just hope for the best. The 5 Ps go in. The 5 Ps? Yeah, I think we just hope for the best, and we just do slow laps around here. We try and deal with how crazy the lag is. We could probably, like, bait the Pokemon onto the land here and then just have a look at them, but, like, I don't know whether it's worth doing it that way. Probably not. I'll say it. Probably not. This is fine. This is fine. We've got this. This is going to be easy. We're just going to get lucky. We're simply just going to get really lucky. All right, chat? And we're going to get it fast. And we're not even going to think about it again. We're going to do an Barrascuda for the next one. It'll be fine. It'll work well. You do want to do some DA, so grinding in the game in the next few days will be worth it. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Do that then. Do that then. There's also somewhere else you saw someone do, but you don't know where it is. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. If there is a better place for this and you can remember where it is, feel free to let me know. Always looking to hear about a better opportunity to hunt Arrokuda than this. You know, it's not ideal, is it? That one is not shiny, but it's a shame that it's not because it was on the surface, so I would have been able to tell. Again, I think it's crazy that you can't look underwater anymore. Like, it just doesn't let you. The camera bounces off. But if you're in Paldea, the camera still works the same way as it used to. It's such a weird one. It's such a weird one. Imagine we got, like, a Melodic spawn. Because Melodic, once upon a time, was said to live in this area. Wait, are you the YouTube Shorts guy? Yo, that's me. That's me. I think it's crazy that people are like, yo, this is the YouTube Shorts guy. Yeah, I make YouTube Shorts. I do daily updates on my shiny living decks. It's a little bit behind at the moment. But yeah. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let me... Day 20 of our living shiny decks. Something like that. Day 20 of the Teal Mask Living Shiny Decks. Today started with a shiny Tootle that we got at an outbreak. There you go. That's me. That's if that's the shorts you're talking about, then yeah, those are me. Those are me. I don't often have my face on them. There's not really any reason to. Who cares what I look like? I just think that the gameplay is the important part of those videos. Getting the shinies. That's all anyone cares about, right? Yeah. How you doing? Welcome in, SCP. And also possibly space. What about space? Like going into space? And right, okay, I know you're not necessarily talking about going into space in a Pokemon game, but like, would that not be sick? I would love a game that's set in space and all the Ultra Beasts are just regular Pokemon for it. I think that'd be really fun. Like regular Pokemon, strong ones, granted, but just regular Pokemon that you bump into while you're exploring. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a really fun idea. Okay. For the fact that we have a sandwich going, I'm not seeing very many Arrokuda, and this is... oh, Vaporeon's got trapped. Is Vaporeon okay? Vaporeon is back. Is Vaporeon going to... I can probably just check that one. That's not shiny. Hopefully not Gen 9 graphics, though. I think a lot of people have been talking recently about how they want a Switch 2 or Gen 10. I think that give them time to make Gen 10. Let them make it good. That's kind of where I'm at with it at the moment. I'm like, I would like to see them make Gen 10, but I would like to see them make Gen 10 well. I'd like to see them make it well. Because at the moment, the problem that we have with, like, a potential Gen 10 is that, like, I don't know. I just think that realistically, they don't have the capacity to make it well if they try and keep on the same schedule that they've done for Pokemon games historically, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, I think they just need to give themselves a little bit more time, let themselves have that, like, development cycle that they need, and go from there. Chat, even if the shiny hunt here is not fun, at least the music is sick. Hello, how you doing, Match Zero? It's good to see you. It has been a while. I hope everything's good with you. What have you been up to, my friend? Hope everything's been treating you well. Hope life is good. Hope you've just been busy with good stuff. That's what I always like to hear from people who have not been in stream for a while, is that they've just, like, had a good thing happening, you know? Okay, who thought it would be a couple of years after PLA for Gen 9 to come out? No one, I think. They basically said that they were developing Pokemon Legends Arceus and Scarlet Violet in parallel. I think it was always a thing that they said about the games. So I think that most people expected a very quick turnaround between PLA and Scarlet Violet. I think they should focus more on remakes. I think that they could. I think that that could be a way by which they can delay Gen 10, right? Is like remakes and stuff could help with that. Oh, it's very slowly turning to fight me. It's about to charge me down. Yeah. Save me, Vaporeon. Save me. It wasn't even shiny. Yeah, it's... I think the problem with this as well is that there's a huge chance that I just miss an Arrokuda, and the Arrokuda that we miss could be shiny. I hope you enjoy this style of gameplay as well, chat, because the next thing that's going to happen is Basculin, and it's exactly the same. At least with Basculin, you can see a little bit better. I might do a little bit of, like, hunt this until the start of the next day cycle. And then when the start of the next day cycle happens, I might be like, okay, we will now do Riolu. You know, just mix it up with something that's actually shiny huntable. Did we get Riolu? We didn't. We got Staravia instead, didn't we? Which is a much better find, honestly. If you have to pick between finding Riolu and Staravia at random, I think I'd go Staravia to get it out of the way. Life's been pretty good. Mostly school, moving, and family stuff, but mostly good stuff. How am I doing? I'm all right. I'm all right. The shiny dex has been going well. There's been a few days here and there where we've had, like, some quite unlucky spawns. Not as many shinies as we would maybe have hoped for. But honestly, just in general, pretty solid. Can't complain too much. Is there, chat, do you know if there's any faster Pokemon for swimming around than Vaporeon? Because Vaporeon kind of takes it at a bit of a leisurely pace. I don't have a problem with that. But I do think that it's a little slower than maybe it could be. What do you think? You want more Let's Go games? I can understand why people want more Let's Go games. I think that Let's Go games were really fun when I originally played them. But when I went back to it for the scuffing of the PLA living decks, I did find it a little bit stale a little bit quickly. I think it's because the shiny hunting method in it is basically just Masuda with extra steps. And I didn't like that. But yeah. Don't worry, it's just because Vaporeon's saying I can't run on top of a hill. That's fine. Walking Wake might be faster. Does Walking Wake work like that? Does it go underwater? Because I know it walks on water, but does it go under the water to fight the Pokemon as well? Because it'll need to be able to. Give me a second. Let's put Arbok in the boxes. Arbox it. It does live in the first box there. And then I'll find Walking Wake. I probably have it in here. I might have moved it out, though. I might have moved it out of the game for... I might have moved it out of the game for space. Maybe its hitbox is big enough. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. No. It's not looking likely. It's not looking likely. Yeah, no, I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Okay. Yeah, no, we definitely don't then. If it's not in any of these like initial boxes, I've moved it into Pokemon Home. Yeah, I've moved it into Pokemon Home. There's nothing. It's not there. Never mind. Looks like we're sticking with what we've got for now. Maybe its hitbox is big enough. Yeah, if we had it, I would try it, but yeah, we don't have access to it right now. Man, this is not good. It would be nice if there was just a crystal in the middle of the water you could stand on and reset from with picnics. I understand why that doesn't happen, but it'd be nice. It's a shame that this area is so laggy because it would be such a nice area of the game if it wasn't. It is what it is. At least the music's sick. Why didn't you like... sorry, what didn't I like? You just got here. The catch combos in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is what I wasn't a fan of, Solaris. It was like... I think when everybody thought it was just have a lure active, get to a 31 chain and wait on the overworld, I think a lot of people found that boring, but I really enjoyed it because one of the things that I really enjoyed doing was finding a way to door reset, basically. It was like run in and out of like a room and it would give you an extra wave of Pokemon and it would be really, really fast. And if those odds were 1 in 500, that would be insane. Now, oop. I didn't even see this one. Now, again, I think it just took a little bit long for me. The catch a Pokemon and then the next Pokemon that spawns is the one that's got the increased odds of being shiny. I think it just took a little bit too long. I know you can bring Kyogre into this game, chat. We should do that. You can't get the Suicune as you had to restart your game after you caught it. Had to restart your game or chose to restart your game? I can't think of many situations where you have to restart a Pokemon game. Other than, like, bugs. I can see a few Arrokuda around here, so I'm just, like, trying to check all of them. Oh my god. It's so laggy here. It's so laggy. I wish there was a way to look underwater. If there was a way to look underwater, I think this would be a lot quicker as well. Because I wouldn't have to, like, double-check them all against the lighting. Because that's kind of one of the things I'm having to do right now as well. What's the least time-consuming way to get a Pokemon, a shiny Pokemon in what game? Pokemon Legends Arceus. Massive mass outbreaks. Go to a massive mass outbreak, fly over all the regions. If there's nothing there, reset until you get a massive mass outbreak again. Like, it's so fast. If you wanted me to, I could go into Pokemon Legends Arceus, like, right now. I could get you a shiny Pokemon in, like, 30 minutes. It wouldn't even take that long, probably. It doesn't matter what the Pokemon is. I could get just any of the Pokemon. If it's specifically a Pokemon, you're looking for one specific Pokemon. I think outbreaks in this game are pretty good. Isolating them in this game is pretty good with Sparkle Power sandwiches. Do you know what? This game is really, really good for it, to be fair to it. Game is really good for shiny hunting. But yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus for me is still the fastest if you're looking for just speed over anything else. You really want a shiny Gyarados? So shiny Gyarados, honestly, do you know what? I think this game's probably quite good for it, you know? So they're at night in the lake nearby here. You can get pretty much only Gyarados and Masquerain spawning if you use a flying sandwich. And so obviously you might get a Masquerain instead, but you'd get a Gyarados pretty quickly. If you use a Sparkle Power 3 flying sandwich, shiny Gyarados is so good. It's such a shame that so many people, like, underrate it because it was free in Gen 2. It's so good. Yeah, to be fair, Krumpa's right. If you're talking about speed for the one specific Pokemon you've mentioned there, it depends how far through each game you are. But if you're starting from scratch in each game, the fastest way to get a shiny Gyarados is Heart Gold Soul Silver. That is so true. Krumpa actually big braining it there. Like, I completely forgot. I even mentioned the free one and then forgot that that would be the quickest way to get one. Like, yeah, that's actually so true. It's actually so true. Yeah, there you go. If you want to do if you want to get a shiny Gyarados, play Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver. It's I think that guaranteed shinies are fun. I think it's nice when they have them. I think the shiny Munchlax for the ogre jousting game, is that what it's called? I think that's a fun addition to this as well. For a second, I thought that Vaporeon wasn't moving. I got excited. It did move. I was lied to. It did move. It's on DS. Legit copies are expensive. Yeah, it's on the DS. So you can play it on the 3DS. Legit copies are expensive. Can you transfer from DS into home? You can, but only if you already have Pokemon Bank and not for long. I think it's shutting down at some point. So yeah, if you were going to do that, you'd have to do it sooner rather than later. The lake in the Obsidian Fieldlands is also a Gyarados spawn, so there's a chance they can be shiny. Yep, the Obsidian Fieldlands is really good for shiny Magikarp as well. I will say that, you know, Gyarados outbreaks as well in this game. Do you know where we had our Poliwhirl outbreak yesterday, chat? This isn't going to help the person that's asking, but it'll help you guys to understand what I'm saying. That area, we were able to reset all the spawns there in, like, literally no time at all, right? Do you know what I mean? That area also has Gyarados outbreaks. If that area had a Gyarados outbreak, then you'd be able to get a Gyarados in like 15 minutes there as well. To be completely fair to the outbreak location. You'd have to reset for it though. I reckon that in this game, no matter what you do, no matter what method, if you're using Sparkle Power 3 sandwiches, whether you look for a Gyarados outbreak or whether you just search for them on the overworld, you'd get one in 2 hours. I'd say this game is fine for shiny Gyarados. Personally, I think this game would work really well for it. Is it harder to get shiny Pokemon breeding? No. So with breeding, with the Masuda method, which is what the best shiny hunting breeding method is, with the Masuda method is very effective. The only problem with the Masuda method is that you ask for the quickest way, and the Masuda method, whereas the odds are the best, the time taken can exceed substantially all other shiny hunting methods in the game. Substantially exceed them as well. So like, it's not a guarantee that it'd be bad, but it could be. Like, one of my starter shiny hunts in this game took 1,100 eggs, and that took me literally 3 days to hatch. 3 days of 6 hours a day hatching eggs as well. So it's not amazing when that happens. Quick question, completely off topic, but what's the timer on screen? It's the Tipathon. Exclamation mark Tipathon in chat. The timer's counting down because we're coming to the end of the Tipathon. I say coming to the end of it, there's still like 50 hours left. At this point, it's kind of just like... It's there because there's still like milestones you guys can unlock. I think you're about $10 away from a Gen 6 or 7 playthrough at the moment. And if you guys get 10,000 on the Tipathon, I know, it's stupid. It's intentionally stupid. But if you got to 10,000 on the Tipathon, then I'll do a shiny living dex in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So there you go. There's some stuff on there as like fun stuff. Exclamation mark Tipathon in chat though, like I say, if you want to know more about what's going on with that. There's a fair few different bits and pieces going on with it. We've already done one of the things actually. We did the Pokemon cards pick our shiny hunt video, so that's good. That was fun. Thank you for the follow, Solaris. The last game you liked Masuda in was Sun and Moon. Was it good in Sun and Moon? Yeah. I think, do you know what? BDSP, it's not good for the Masuda method. But there is like a really good addition to the Masuda method in BDSP. And that addition is that, I'm sorry, Vaporeon, did you just go and target that Glimmet instead of the Arrokuda I keep asking you to go and get? Did you get it now, please? Thank you. I could tell it wasn't shiny as well. I should have just moved away from it, but there's others in this water that I want to check, you know? Anyway, hatching all the eggs at once was really good. Yesterday, you accidentally ran into a Tynamo because you didn't see it. Turned out to be shiny. Almost missed the sparkles because the camera was right behind your Pokemon. Oh, I hate it when that bit happens as well, yeah. That happens more and more in this game these days. It was rare. It's usually water encounters that it happens with, so it makes sense. But yeah, it's yo, congratulations on the Tynamo. That's what I'll say. Congrats on the Tynamo. It's a nightmare, that Pokemon. It's a real menace to get hold of. I've got 2 so far. 1 in the base game and 1 in the DLC. Have I ever caught any shinies on the OG Pokemon games? What do you mean by OG? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, where's your definition of OG? Because to me, like, the OG Pokemon games are red and blue. But to you, they could be Ruby, Sapphire. They could be the games that you consider your, like, original games. So, yeah, be more specific if you don't mind. Which games are you talking about? Hi. Hello. How you doing, Sneaky? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's your day going? I hope everything's good. Yellow, red, and blue? Then no, I haven't. Now, chat, you guys might be being like, oh, you can't catch shiny Pokemon in red, yellow, and blue. But that's not true. You can. The way that Pokemon are generated, the way that shiny Pokemon specifically are generated in Generation 2 is stat-based. The stats are the same in Pokemon red, yellow, and blue as they are in Generation 2, which means if you have a Pokemon with the right stats and you trade it across to Gold, Silver, Crystal, it will be shiny in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, which is so cool. It's really, really fun. Exclamation mark YouTube, check out the video called 8 Shinies You'll Never Catch. It goes into a lot more detail on how it works and why. But it's really, really cool. You can also catch Pokemon that don't exist yet using some certain methods also explained in the video. So check it out. It's good. Really cool. Well, I didn't see that one. I just saw the one a bit further away that's like there. This is the one that I saw. Get moving, Vaporeon. Does the Masuda method work better in Sword and Shield or Scarlet Violet or BDSP? I mean, the Masuda method has the same odds in every game. They just have slightly different methods of collecting the eggs to hatch to find out if you have a shiny, right? So in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, the steps you have to take to hatch your Pokemon are a lot higher for whatever reason. And it's not, in my opinion, it's the worst of the three. In Scarlet Violet, you have to wait for about 30 minutes just sat in front of a basket pressing A periodically to collect eggs, and then you can go and hatch them. It's not the worst thing ever if you are just doing it by yourself, but it's definitely not good for streaming, so I'd say that it's probably the second best. And then Sword and Shield is pretty good. There's like a couple of areas where you can just like go in a loop around and keep collecting more eggs. So I'd say Sword and Shield is probably the best, but again, it comes down to which Pokemon you're trying to get as well a lot of the time. The actual method itself, though, never changes the stats. The odds of getting it are always 1 in 512 with the Masuda method and the Shiny Charm. So, no game is better than another. If that makes any sense to you. I know so much about Pokemon, man. I find myself answering questions and being like, wow, I am a nerd. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my god, what a massive nerd. It's fine. I'm all right with this. I'm okay with this. Thanks for all the help getting you back on track. No worries, Solaris, anytime. I actually really enjoy sharing information. I don't understand, like, obviously, like, you know, there's nobody gonna gatekeep trying a new method of shiny hunting, but, like, some people might, and I don't like it. You say better than being some TikTok NPC? I don't know, man. If I could get paid thousands of pounds a day to react to people's money, I would do it. You know what I mean? Sorry. I had a really itchy ear there, and I was like, just like, it was the worst. It was the worst. Does Shiny Living Dex mean you're trying to catch all the Pokemon in the game? Yeah. So instead of just catching Arrokuda and evolving it into Barraskewda, I'll need an Arrokuda, and then I'll need a Barraskewda as well. So I could do with 2 of these. What I'm probably going to do instead of catching 2 of these, though, because this is hell, is I'm probably going to catch the one that we get whenever that eventually happens. I thought I saw one. I did not. I'm going to catch the one that I get, and then I'll probably find a Barraskewda outbreak and do that instead. So we'll see what happens. That's probably how we're going to do it, though. Will it work? Who's to say? Hopefully. Hopefully it'll work. But yes, that's a Living Dex. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to content and stuff, if the content's not for you, then like, yeah, I get it. I get you not liking a content idea. I get you not liking a video. I get you not liking a type of stream. But that doesn't mean that those types of stream are stupid or bad. Not necessarily. Sometimes they might be, but not all the time. You know. Is there an indicator in Pokemon's Home that says if a Pokemon is shiny, or do you just need to know the color? I don't know. I don't use Home very often. Somebody else in chat might have to answer that one for you. I would assume that there is an indicator that's just like a couple of stars or something. Oftentimes that'll be the case. Just shoot Vaporeon this way and see what happens. Is there any fish over there? No? All right, well, let's backtrack because I can see plenty of fish over here. Plenty of fish. There is a sparkle. Okay, good. There you go. But yeah, you don't just need to know the color. Not straight away. Color and probably one in the stats, possibly the sparkles too. It is the shiny color and has the shiny icon on the bottom. There you go. That's actually so much better than I thought it was as well. There is a shiny icon. Hey, Jordy. How you doing? Paperwork be gone. Oh my god, I'm sorry that you've got a busy day at the office today. I will tell you something though. We've already found 2 shinies today. We got ourselves a shiny Hoothoot as a duplicate. Maybe like, I want to say 4 minutes into stream. And then we got a shiny Tootle about half an hour into stream as well. Either half an hour or 45 minutes into stream. It was quick though. It was good. So we're back. We're so back. And we're going to get Arrokuda today as well. And it's going to be good because we're going to get it out of the way. And that's going to be perfect because we don't want to worry about it anymore. Everything's going to work well, all right? Promising. I'm promising that. We're going to get this today. Trying to look at the beginning of streams has been unhinged. It's been so stupid, right? Been so stupid. Oh, you already have the clip. Wow, how did you get it? What do you mean you already have it? If you only just got here, what do you mean? Geordie is always present. Hoothoot taunting me? Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I spent so long looking for that Pokemon and now I'm just like walking into them by mistake. It's crazy. It's actually wild. God, my head is so itchy today, man. So itchy. MVP mod? Honestly though. I think the mod video that I've got coming up as a concept, I think you guys will think it's fun. I do think you'll think it's fun. The mods and the chat will think it's fun. A new shiny is really easy to find. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, the timer just changed. The counter at the top just changes, right? Maybe I'll stop updating the counter until you show up to make it harder. The Hoothoot, again, was about 4 minutes in if you do want to grab a clip of that. I don't know if you want to, though. I don't know if it's important. We'll crush every mod. Honestly, you are doing better than a lot of mods. Historically and present. You know what I mean? You're doing a lot of work for us. You don't have to as well, which is the crazy thing. And I just really appreciate all the help. Really helps out a lot. Really helps out a lot. Man, does anyone know a better place to look for this damn fish? Because I swear this can't be the most effective way to do it. It can't be the most effective way. I imagine the most effective way is this, but with an outbreak. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. You know what I think we should do, chat? We've got 7 minutes left on this sandwich, right? Let's knock out this one fish here. And then let's go into our map and let's find an outbreak, right? Of a water Pokemon. We might get Basculin. We might get Arrokuda. We might get Barrascuda, sorry. We might get Arrokuda. Those are 3 of the really annoying Pokemon we have to get today. I think we do it. I think we go over here. We think we get rid of this music. And I think we go... what's a song that we should listen to? I think we should do this, chat. I think we should get it going. I think we should find ourselves a shiny Arrokuda. How does that sound? You summon a good outbreak? I sincerely hope you do. Clicked on a random time and found the Hoothoot. How close was it to 4 minutes? I want to say it was 4 minutes and 43 seconds. That's my guess. I don't know when it was. You just got coconut mauled. I can see an Ariados outbreak. Less than 3 minutes. Wow, it was faster than I thought it was then. We're hoping for Basculin to show up as well, chat. Don't forget that. Really hoping for a Basculin to show up. Okay, and again, we just shuffle through the date and time. We go in, we go out of the map, we go back into the map. Is the national dex in most games? I don't know, really. I don't know. I think they stopped doing national dex around Gen 8. Is that correct? This song's a banger. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. I think one of the things about living dexes per game instead of per Pokemon in the game is that you... Ooh. All right, but hear me out. That looks like a really good location for Vullaby. Chat. Are we going to go for Vullaby, or are we going to wait and look for a water Pokemon? I need a vote real quick in chat. I need you all to say right now, what do you think we should do? Right now. Go, go, go. Put your answers in. Go, go, go. That's not helpful, Extreme. 1. What was 1? 1 is Vullaby. 1 is Vullaby. 2 is water Pokemon. Make your decision now. I'm making it intense. I think this music is so good for like a tense song. Wands? Okie dokie. That's what you guys want? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Brings back intense memories. It's a good song. Is it from Mario Galaxy? Now, it is almost nighttime, which means the Vullaby will despawn. But we'll get a good idea of how the outbreak looks by just going to here. This is looking like a pretty solid outbreak location, actually. Okay, so let's just do a little scan. Scan of all the birds. Make sure we don't get like an initial shiny and accidentally reset over it. Oh, this is looking pretty solid. This is looking pretty solid, chat. Yeah, so they'll all disappear as soon as it's nighttime. So I think it might be an idea to even try and just like scam a bit more daytime out of this. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to get Sammy to the front. Here we go. We picked wrong. We go back to regular music. I mean, do you guys not feel like the regular music is better for having on like just a video? God, Sammy is so much faster. It feels, the game feels completely different because it doesn't lag here. You know what I mean? Crazy. Yeah, yesterday was good for shinies in the end actually as well. Vullaby, let's go. I think we'll be able to get enough Pokemon knocked out here really quickly that we can then reload the game and hope that we can reload it into daytime. I'm taking the risk. I'm gonna take the risk. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, they do run if they're scared. Okay. They don't just sit still and let you do it. Yeah, so again, we do this until nighttime rolls in. Get as many knocked out as we can. Save the game. Reload the game. Hope it's daytime again. Continue. All right? I know. We're trying to game the system. We're trying to get a little bit of extra time out of it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We got this. We got this. I think this could end up being quite hard to see them as well, though, because of the tall grass. So it might be do a reset, run in a circle. What should you shiny hunt? I think you should shiny hunt a... Not knowing anything about what you've got, I'm going to ask, what game do you have? Do you have Scarlet, Violet? Are you playing Legends Arceus? What game are you playing, Cat Gamer? And then I'll pick you a Pokemon. Because it's important. I need to know which game you're playing so I can pick you the best Pokemon available right now, you know? That's what I want to do. How close are you to a shiny living dex in home? I've no idea, Nadim. I've just got to be honest with you. I've never even thought about it. I've got at least 400, right? Because we caught that many doing just the living dex in Paldea. So, yeah. Honestly, though, Gibble is a really good shiny to hunt. It's very easy to do. And it's a very good shiny. It's easy to spot. So, like, Garchomp isn't a bad shout because you could look for Gibble to get it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to wait and see what Cat asks for first. What game Cat is in. And then we'll pick a good one. It's going to go well. Scarlet, Violet, Arceus, Brilliant, Diamond. Okay, so my favorite Pokemon game, maybe of all time, is Pokemon Legends Arceus, Cat. I think you should shiny hunt the Alpha Snorlax in the Obsidian Fieldlands. That's my suggestion for you. You don't have to do it, but that's my suggestion for you. If you like it, let me know. If not, then that's okay. I will pick you a different Pokemon that's a lot easier. Because that's quite a tough shiny hunt as well, you know. You didn't come in here today necessarily looking for some hard work. You came here looking to chill, and I was like, no, get to work immediately. Glad I didn't say Rowlet. Why? Have you already got a lot of Rowlets? I honestly think Hisuian Braviary is very, very good, though. But yeah, no, I've suggested Alpha Snorlax. Would resetting give you other mons? Nope. Because you have shiny Galarian Decidueye. That is Galarian? Oh, Hisuian with the alpha mark. That's insane. I was like, for a second, I was like, huh? That's so good. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm kind of jealous of that one. I've got to be honest with you. I love a good alpha shiny. My best alpha shiny is probably Hisuian Zoroark. I just got it randomly. In fact, chat, it's in one of my most recent VoDs. Around 4 hours in, I think. Exclamation mark VoDs. If you want to check it out. That's a regular Barrascuda. You got to check, chat. You got to be paying attention to these sorts of things. We've actually looked for Vullaby quite a few times at this point without any luck. You know what, chat? I'm actually going to clear this outbreak down to 60. And then I'm going to say to myself, we'll use the outbreak until it goes nighttime. And then I'm not going to reset. I'm actually going to look for Goomy. But by looking for Goomy, I'm tempted to pop an ice sandwich and look for Snorunt instead. No, I'm gonna pop an ice sandwich. We need Snorunt. Snorunt is also a menace, and we need 3 of them. We're gonna go for Snorunt. Goomy a lot easier to hunt than Snorunt is. Honestly, you could give it to me. Oh no, don't worry about that. I wouldn't want to do that. I appreciate the thought though. It's very kind of you. Man, the fact that I'm like, oh, I'm jealous of that. That's awesome. And your first thought is to be like, oh, I could give it to you. We could trade. Like, nah, that's so kind. That's so generous. I respect that. I really do. Yeah, I really respect that. Chat, could you let me know if the notification comes up that I need to be paying attention to? Because I forgot to check for it. We have been clearing this very fast because of how crazy Sammy goes. Oh, there you go. Not many left. Perfect timing. Just as the sun is going to set permanently. That's right. I said permanently. Don't let the sun go down on me. Yeah. But is that Elton John? You looked it up. Catching or beating spawns of other mons. You looked it up. Catching and or beating spawns other mons. I'm so confused. What do you mean? What are we talking about here, Nadim? I feel like I've missed it. The message popped up. I saw it. I spotted it. Okay. So I think we want to start. Oh, it's because it's... Wow. Half of them spawned and the rest didn't because of the fact that the nighttime rolled in. That's actually so funny. Why did this one over here look so pink, though? It's not. It's not. It's just the lighting for the nighttime. Yeah, it's not shiny. Okay, okay. So we do have a couple of Vullabys. I am just going to check them all in a lot of detail, seeing as we can. Okay, none of them are shiny. Let's go and make ourselves an ice sandwich and hunt for Snorunt. There's not many left, Ryan. Joke. Well, it's true, but I'm saying it as a joke. No, I know. You guys are looking out for me. You, in your own ways, you're looking out for me. The mons which can spawn in an outbreak can change depending on you catching or beating the first ones. Oh, are you talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus? I feel like the confusion here came from the fact that I was talking about Scarlet and Violet. So, yeah, I understand now that we were just talking about different games. Outbreaks are in both games. That was where the confusion came in. Yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus, the way that outbreaks work is a little bit different. If you beat the first wave of an outbreak in a massive mass outbreak, a second wave can spawn. Ones with stars on are guaranteed a second wave. They can sometimes be evolutions. They can sometimes be alphas. They can sometimes be both. And then on top of that, you also have the fact that if you go back to town, if you save the game in town and then go back into the area, those Pokemon will be the same. So if you find a shiny but fail it and you saved in town, you're safe. At least as safe as you can be. I did not mean to run into this Dynamo. It would have been amazing if it was shiny, though. You did all the permutations in PLA and somehow no shiny alpha unknown? Yeah. My stream's dropped again. It's... Okay. OBS has crashed a few times today. Hit refresh. Hit refresh. There we go. It's fine. There's not much I can do about it. It's been happening a couple of times today. I'm not thrilled, but like, what can you do? You just gotta deal with it. You just gotta deal with it. Onwards! Let's go get ourselves a snow run. We back. I know. Thank you for letting me know. I've got a bitrate tracker on the bottom of OBS and also on my Twitch dashboard, so I can see when it hits 0, which is what just happened there. It wasn't my favorite thing ever. It'll be fine. We'll just move on. Back, I think. Yes, we are. We're back. Thank you for tracking it, chat. I appreciate it. It's more that I need to know if you guys can see me typing. It was a very small crash, but it was a very annoying one, you know? It's okay, though. As long as we're not getting shinies during the crash, that's all that matters. Because I wouldn't necessarily spot that there was no bitrate if I'm on my way to a shiny Pokemon, and then I'd have to catch it again. Do we know when the second DLC rolls around? Yeah, December 14th. December 14th. I think I think I can speak for everyone on this one and say that we're all very excited. I think Kitakami is already kind of flat. I don't know if you guys would agree with me on this, but Kitakami already kind of flat, already a little bit boring, a little bit stale. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that the game's coming out with the DLC a lot earlier than maybe otherwise I would have expected it, you know? Hopefully it's longer than Kitakami. I don't want to say I doubt it, but also I doubt it. Oh, is it gonna? Yeah, sorry. I always forget that I should make my sandwich outside of the cave. Because I can't see anything. Sorry about this, chat. You're gonna have to just deal with this for a minute. This is fine. This is fine. Just a stack of meat, I'm sure. I think it's working fine enough. I think that last one overbalanced to the right, though, which isn't a good thing. I don't know what's going on. I can't see where anything's falling. I think we've ended up making a pretty solid sandwich there. Pretty solid sandwich. Sparkling light instead of power. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? The lighting in this game is unhingedly bad. Unhingedly bad. Cloth stick. Have you never played Scarlet Violet? That was like a day one thing. Everyone being like, huh? What do you mean cloth stick? You're gonna go EP shortly. No worries, no worries. Yo, thank you for all of the follows today. There's been a lot of you and I really appreciate it. As we discussed, chat, I did try and plug my YouTube video. I did try and plug my Twitch chat in my YouTube video. I hope you're all proud of me. I didn't want to do it, but we did it. That was a good amount of snow run. As soon as you're seeing 5 snow run, you've seen a third of the Pokemon, a Pokemon that you actually want. That's pretty solid. I'm happy with that. Watch it be a shiny Swinub in a second. You'll stay for around 5 minutes, then hopefully we can get you a shiny in that time. Let's go extreme. Yeah, we'll try our best. We'll try our best. We want to see 5 snow run per reset, right? Because then we've got like a 1 in 3 chance to get the Pokemon we're looking for. That's good if we can. That's 2. 2 so far. 3. We're doing it. Come on. Come on. Give us more snow run. Oh, God. We're already at 5 Swinub. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's so many Swinub. Oh, dear. Oh, I didn't mean to take a step. I took a step. Oh, no.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello, Eileen.
Just lurking right now while I work from home.
Oh, enjoy work. I hope that there's not too much going on. I hope you get to lurk more than work. You know what I mean? But thank you so much for the 4 months and the Prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very, very much appreciate it. Man, I think working from home seems like it would be both fun and the worst. Because you'd be so, like, close to accessing all of the things you actually want to do. But at least you don't have to travel as well. I think there's good ups and good downs, you know? We've seen 5 snow run total there. I am going to try and stand just one step further this way again to try and help with the spawns. Okay. That's 6 snow run. I think it is helping with the spawns as well. You never have that kind of luck. Are we searching for female snow runs? I mean, ultimately, one of the 3 we catch will need to be so that we can get a Frostlass. It doesn't need to be straight away, but if we get one straight away, then great news, right? Do you know what I'm saying? So that looks like an alpha snow run down there. Jesus, it's huge. A massive cone. Look at that. It's bigger than all of the others. The one in the middle. It's not crazy busy today. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. And we've already hit our 5 snow run quota on this reset. Honestly tempted to just clean it up and reset straight away. He says there's a full working from home streamer. Yeah, but what I want to do is play games, and I get to. I'm really lucky that my job is the job it is. I understand that. I'm just sat here playing video games. That's chill. That's chill with me. Really, really fun. You go into the office once a week, but otherwise you're at home. That's good. That's fun. Yeah, you're right though. I do find it hard sometimes, even doing something that I really want to do. I do find it hard sometimes to be motivated to do it. I don't know, especially on days where I'm feeling a little bit lacking in self-confidence, which is quite a lot. I'm an anxious person. I have a lot of anxiety. So like when I'm having a bit of a day where I'm like, I don't feel like I'm good at this. It's hard to click go live, which is silly, and I know it is, but like it is difficult. It's tough. You summon triple snow run shiny spawn. If you summon 3 at once, I'd actually be so scared of them despawning. I think that would be actually scarier than exciting. 2 would be exciting. 3 would be scary. It's like, how do you end up getting them at that point? Howl of the day. That is a late Howl of the day redemption, chat. I'm just saying. Very, very late. You almost lost the Howl of the day forever. Okay. Awoo! And then the Howl of the week. Awoo! I hope you enjoyed your howls. Yeah, I put some energy into that second one. You have a 3-day office, 2-day home schedule. It's decent. Fair enough, fair enough. I would love to have an office in the sense of like a place that is separate from the rest of my house. So for example, if I'm streaming, editing, relaxing, playing D&D, watching a TV show, it's all in the same spot. You know what I mean? It's all sat here at this desk doing everything. I would love to have a separate room that is my streaming room, or a separate room that is like, I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying though? You know what I mean? Been a while since you saw a howl. Honestly, yeah, they're usually redeemed like bang on when I go live. Today was very late. I wasn't late to stream yesterday either, so yeah. Does it reset after 24 hours? Yesterday it was redeemed at 35 after. It does reset after 24 hours. It was redeemed about an hour late today. About an hour later. Which means that it's going to be this time tomorrow that you can redeem it as well, which makes it even more weird and awkward to redeem because you can forget about it when it's not done right at the start of stream. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think y'all will struggle. Having chat, I'm sure, helps. You're great and your streams are nice and chill. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, chat does help. Chat really does help with streams. Which is why you'll often see that when chat is a little bit quieter, I'll start to wibble wobble a little bit in my anxiety. All right, bye. Gotta help with furniture moving. All right, fair enough. Yo, catch you later, Match Zero. Good to see you again, and I hope the rest of your day goes really well. Hello, Checkstar. How you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. Okay, that's a lot of snow run. That was good for her. That was a 7 round. Great news. I saw an 8th as we reset as well. Hello, Checkstar. How was your stream today? Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Honestly, I think that so far today for us, we've got 2 shiny Pokemon, one of them new, one of them a duplicate. We're looking for a Snorunt, which is honestly one of the most irritating Pokemon left in the decks for me, in terms of you can't isolate it. And then after that, Vullaby. And then after that, maybe Arrokuda again. I don't want to do any more of that, though. Oh my god. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Oh, yeah, I should introduce myself. Hi, I'm Ryan. We're going for a living shiny dex. That's about the extent of what I've got to add here. All is well. Stream went very well. How goes you lot here? Yeah, like I say, it's going all right today, Checkstar. It's going all right. You know, it's just, we've had some ups and downs with the shiny hunting recently. We've had days where we've had like 2 shinies in a day. Yesterday was like, we were back on form. We had like 8 shinies, 6 new ones. And it was like, you know what? We are so back. So far, 2 shinies in an hour and a half. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take it and run with it. I'm having a good time. Quite enjoying it. But yeah, we'll see what happens as we continue. But yeah, living shiny decks, I gotta be honest with you. It's gotten to a stage with the living shiny decks now where I'm like, oof, I just want to be out of Kitakami. I just want to go back to Pokemon Legends Arceus. I want to hunt in Sword and Shield. Like, look at me. What's wrong with me? Am I all right? I'm fine, I'm sure. There's a few Pokemon I really want to catch in Sword and Shield. I really want a Jupiter. I really want a what's the fox called? I can't remember what the weird fox is called, but I want one of those as well. That's not a shiny Tynamo. I want one of those foxes as well. Nickit, that's what it's called. Yeah, I want one of those. I want one of those too. Good effort, taking them off nicely at least. We're a little tapped somewhat to be doing this. Oh yeah, for real. It's like, I feel like I'm unhinged. I feel like the sensible thing to do would be to stop. Nickit and Thievel, yeah, you're right. Those are the two. He's gotta be a weird fox. What do you mean? I like that fox. I think it's cute. I like the way that it's meant to be like a sneaky little like thief fox, and it cleans up its footprints with its tail while it walks. That's fun. That's a cool like bit of design on that Pokemon. That's a good design. So many Piloswine. I'm not having it. I'm resetting. I don't like it. I'm getting annoyed at them. Get out of here. Yeah. By the way, you've worked on the achievements list more, cleaned it up a lot, and made it into a Google spreadsheet with easy clickable checklists. Let me know if you want to use it one day. That's exciting. Honestly, I did have a little look through it. I think it sounds really good. I think there's some in there that obviously, like, if we were doing it for a specific game, we'd have to change them a little bit. But yeah, no, it's really, really good idea. And I think it's something that we could work towards at some point. Maybe if we're trying to, if Trophy Tuesdays ever becomes a full-time thing and my main YouTube channel is doing well, I would probably have a separate channel for Trophy Tuesdays, right? So what I would do is I would make a get all the achievements in Pokemon video and then plug my second channel at the end of it, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that'd be really fun. Make the video be like, and if you liked this, I'm actually doing it for real on the PlayStation. Check it out. That's it. That's the plug. We're hitting up PLA again. Landed 2 shiny alphas, Pichu and Unknown You. Oh, I'm so happy you got a shiny Unknown Alpha. That's so good. That's so good. I've wanted an Alpha Unknown shiny for so long, but every time I get those like special outbreaks for them on the MMOs, just a whiff, just a big swing and a miss for me. Nickit giving swiper no swiping energy. I don't know Dora the Explorer, but recognize the quote, so I can't possibly speak to that. I'm so sorry. Cookies. How you doing, Britzel? Hello. Yeah, no, it's I think that Pokemon Legends Arceus is still the best game just on the Switch for shiny hunting, for anything, for any Pokemon experience. I love it so much. I don't know if I'm just super biased towards it though, because it's like, I don't know, the game has a bit of a special place for me because it's the game I got partnered while I was playing it, right? So like it is a bit of a different scenario for me. It was super awesome. It's your second Unknown Alpha to date. What's the other one? What's the other one? What are they trying to tell you? You know what I mean? One of my favorite things a while back was we tried to get a shiny Unknown as like a challenge that somebody set for us. They were like, if you get a shiny Unknown, I will gift 25 subs or whatever it was. It might have been even more than that. It was a crazy challenge. So I was like, sure, say less. And so every time we went in, I was like checking the unknowns and trying to do an anagram with them. I wanted them to spell the word shiny. I thought it would have been great if they spelled the word shiny and one of them was. It would have been the perfect moment. You know what I mean? It was great. It was so fun. UK as a premonition of raiding Ryan. Excuse me? I'm confused. The other one, oh, UK. I see what you're saying. The other letter was K, so it's spelled UK. I think it's more like, hey, bro, UK with a question mark at the end. If you get a question mark, they're asking if you're all right. You gotta pay attention to what the unknowns are telling you. That would be so good. Yeah, I wanted to set a tournament at one point, and I don't know if anyone would be interested in it, right? But like, I wanted to do a tournament. This is when Pokemon Legends Arceus originally came out, where I get a couple of streamers, and the idea is you shiny hunt unknowns. Shiny unknowns are worth bonus points, but you using Scrabble tile point scores. Every time you go into the cave, you do an anagram. You make a word from the unknowns, and then the person with the best word wins at the end. So a shiny unknown would be like a ×2 on your word. So you could end up with a shiny unknown and just have no points because there's no words. A prediction for today? Yeah, go ahead. We finished at 163 yesterday, so it'll be less than 168, 168 exactly, or more than 168. Funny and a good take to it. I think it'd be really fun. I don't know if people would be down for it though, and it's one of those things where I think because Pokemon Legends Arceus is so like gone now, that it's probably too late. I think it'll have a renaissance if they announce a new Pokemon Legends game. So I think if that happens, I'll probably take to there. I also have some other ideas that I could reapply to Pokemon Legends Arceus. So, you know, I think it could be good. Before you lose all your points again, how long is stream? Well, I'm busy this evening around 9 o'clock, so probably maximum 8 hours. And we've been live for an hour and a half. So probably a maximum of 8 hours, but I don't know how long. Between 6 and 8. Between 6 and 8 is your best answer that you can get here. Need somebody who's diehard into Scrabble and Pokemon Legends Arceus, right, though? It's, yeah, I don't know if it's not even really Scrabble, because the maximum amount of unknown you can see in that cave is like 6, right? Outbreak ones wouldn't count as like new letters counting. It would only be the 4 that you see when you originally get there. But it does give you an increased chance of a shiny, right? So it's kind of like, yeah. The second wave would also count as a new wave of the first 4 that spawn as well. That's how I would do it. But yeah, no, I think it's fun. You'd want a word like jazz. Jazz would be a good word with the double Z, the 10 points per thing, with a shiny A or something to just double your score. Unbeatable. Unbeatable. I don't think there's much spawn in there for some reason, so I'm gonna just reset. Chat, ads are starting now, by the way. Ads are starting now. Yeah, I can't believe how many points were in the initial prediction for this, and then ever since then, people have been cowards about it. The initial time we did this prediction, chat, there was like, I think nearly 700,000 points in it. I think it was like close to 750,000 channel points in the prediction. Ever since then, it's been struggling to get to like 50,000. People have been so scared since that first one, where we got like 4 shinies in the first 10 minutes and then nothing for the rest of the day. Kind of funny, but also I feel bad for the people that lost points on that. All right, I'm all in believer. Oh, really? Oh my God. Now there's a lot of pressure on me there. I will say that. You lost 37k and that was all your points? Oh my God. And the last few times you got here too late. I think we should do it a little later in the day. I think that most people these days show up after a few hours for the stream. So I think it's good to do it like a bit later in. I will say with that though, that it does also give the doubters like not that much to work with potentially sometimes. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Shinies are weird. Sometimes you'll get 1 million. Sometimes you'll get 0. Just the way the cookie crumbles. The way the news goes. Yeah, I'm sorry that you lost so many points. Now, how many points are currently on the prediction right now? Because I feel like you can get to 100,000 with this today. I feel like you can. I think the people who won the prediction kind of just were like, no, I'm hoarding these points. I'm hoarding them. 30.5k currently. You can do better than that, chat. You can do better than that. This Dynamo is killing all our spawn rate. I didn't mean to move. We're fine. We're fine. You wait until the last minute to go with the best ratio. Yeah, I get that people do that as well. I get that people do that as well. A new shiny would help with that. It would. It would. You're so right. I didn't mean to move. I moved away from it. I think we realistically need to be a little bit closer to it to try and make the spawns a bit more effective. But like, what can you do? Like, if I stand here, I think the spawns are better. You know what I mean? Can you see how the spawns are better? But the problem with that is I then need to find a place around here where I can make a picnic. And I just don't think it's going to be kind to us. Not much space. Can I turn sideways like this and it'll let me? Not much space. I think there's a certain point where the ground changes ever so slightly. And the game's like, oh, you're now making a picnic on ground where you're allowed to make it. This is a lot closer. This is a lot closer, so hopefully this will go well. You're the only believer so far. So far. All right? Have faith. God, I really thought there was a shiny one stood inside the other Sneasel for a second for some reason there. I was like, what? This is better spawns, right? Because we're also getting spawns on the left as well now. Yeah, this is a much better place to stand. The spawns are quicker. We only wasted 17 minutes of our sandwich stood in the wrong spot. Only 17 minutes. Somebody's going big on 168. Oh, really? That's exciting as well. Don't think you'll stop hunting in PLA, to be fair. Too many shiny alphas to get. You're going for the Porygon of all Porygons. Honestly, I really, really respect that. Porygon is the only distortion shiny that I have. It is not an alpha, but it is incredible. It is absolutely, by far, the rarest shiny that I have ever caught. There's not even a question in my mind. It is so far and away my rarest shiny. And it's right there. If you want to watch a man panic for 30 seconds straight, that clip is for you. GG's on that. Thank you. That's big and cool. Oh, honestly, yeah, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was so early in the decks as well. It was like 77 or 78 or something like that. It might even have been 76. Like just over the quarter of the way mark. It was insane. As you get closer to the end of the decks, I wonder if the predictions should go for number of shinies, including dupes. Ooh. Oh, well, I mean... yeah. I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. The problem is that number of shinies, including dupes. Yeah, I can see. It was 77. I was in the right ballpark, but I think I said every number between 75 and 80, but not 77. So I think that I kind of failed on that one. I'm going to give myself the L. I don't think I quite called that right. You've still never had a distortion shiny? I've had several. Only one that is distortion exclusive. I've also had an Ursaring from a distortion, an Eevee, a Carnivine, a Kadabra, I think. What else did we get? We got a few. We've had a few from distortions. Double lucky makes sense. Yeah, true, actually. So true. Should have thought about that. You only had Kadabra, so it's not really one. Yeah, exactly. It's still cool to see a shiny and a distortion, though. Like, the evolutions that can spawn, those are also really cool distortion shinies because you can't get them anywhere else. Obviously, you can get Eevee elsewhere, but the evolutions themselves, it's cool that they exist in distortions, too. I think that, for me, distortions would be a lot more fun if there was, like, a mechanic you could implement to create a distortion. You know what I mean? Like, if you could, like, you know how there's craftable items in the game? If you could, like, craft an item that was called, like, I don't know, like, if you could, like, craft an item or like, every 15 minutes you could, like, open up your Arceus phone and call Giratina. You know what I mean? I just think that it would be nice if there was a slight chance that you could have something, some other way to create distortions, and then they would be one of the best mechanics in Pokemon. But because it's like, or even a distortion charm. So true, so true. Even that panic mode, I know. I was so stressed in that clip. So stressed in that clip. Or GF. Or GF. I'm sorry, I'm not quite following. Something to influence them starting. Yeah, exactly. If you could make it so that it halved the time, it was like, instead of every 40 minutes, it's every 20 minutes. Then that would be nice as well. But yeah, no, it's just... I think that if they were going to do Pokemon Legends Arceus again and bring distortions back, I would hope for some sort of mechanic that makes them more accessible for short amount of times playing the game. Yeah. They were tough. The Great Watch, panic mode activated. Yeah, it was crazy. You'd agree with the adding distortions somehow, yeah, would help. I mean, just think how fun it would be if you could, like, collect bits and pieces. Maybe you'd have to collect them from distortions or something, so that once you've done a few distortions, you've got a backlog of them and you can start to, like, have enough that they're self-sustainable. But, like, you collect items, you craft, like, a distortion sphere or something, and when you crash it, it's like a distortion's forming. And it like you could even maybe influence where they spawn by standing closer to the place where you want the distortion as well. Because some distortion locations suck and some are fine. Sorry, typo. Huh? Yep, you're banned. Welcome to the mod list. What do you mean? I'm so confused, my guy. There's a typo. I'm so confused. What are you talking about? I think you might be in the wrong stream. You're not a mod here, my guy. No SnowRun yet. Feels bad, feels bad. Feels bad. Hopefully we'll get one soon. Hopefully we'll get anything from this sandwich, but like, who's to say? It's only encounter 2, so like there's not really much hope of us actually getting something, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think when it comes to Pokemon Legends Arceus, though, shiny alphas are the thing that really keep me going back to that game. The fact that those exist at all, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Love to see it. It'd be great you started multi-hunting while you wait for them on Crystal. See, I should do that. I absolutely should do that. I just always forget to do it. I should leave the game running in a small window and keep an eye out for like a distortion bubble forming. Stand in a place on the map where you can see all of the distortion areas, etc., etc. That would be really nice. It would be good if I could do that. But, you know, it ain't working that way, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Ever since I was told I was banned by somebody in chat, nobody said anything. So now I'm like, what if we are? I'm joking, I'm not. The reason you started shiny hunting at all is shiny alphas? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think I started shiny hunting in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. And I don't really know what it was that really dragged me into it either. I think I did... You know what? I do remember what it is that dragged me into shiny hunting in Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. I was just shiny hunting to see if I enjoyed it, right? Somebody had bought me a Nintendo Switch, which is crazy. It's one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me on my stream. They bought me a Switch. They gave me the money to get one, and I went and got it, and I started playing, and they were like, oh, will you shiny hunt? You might like it. And so I did, and I got a shiny Kakuna, and I was like, that was cool. In fact, I think the clip is still there of me being like, that was really exciting. There was so much adrenaline. I really hope that doesn't, like, you know, start a chain reaction of me catching shiny Pokemon. Ha ha ha. It did. Look at us now. Look at me now, Dad. And then there's also later on in that same stream, on my very first ever day of shiny hunting, I was like, oh, let's go for a Charmander, because Charmander's one of my favorite Pokemon, right? So we went over to do that. And on my way there, literally as it spawned in, so we didn't even see the Pokemon, shiny Rattata on my feet. It was crazy. And so that was what really got me going in shiny hunting, was that Rattata. The one that spawned, no chain, no nothing, no idea whether we were even going to get anything. It just spawned there and we were like, wow, that was exciting. You know? That was really cool. I want Hashman to explain what the hell's going on. At Hashman chat, explain yourself. What did my streams consist of before I had the Switch? Pokemon trading card game online. I played a lot of PTCGO, and I did some variety as well back then. I did like I played XCOM, Binding of Isaac, Meat Boy, Super Meat Boy. I didn't really play Overwatch every now and then as well. I think I had one day where I played League of Legends, and it was the craziest day. Like I've only ever played League once on stream, and I played it, and a guy came in, gave me $50 and was like, oh, enjoy this $50. I just want to make people's days better. Never said another word. That was it. That was all they ever said to me. It was crazy. Crazy. Everyone's got a different story. It's cool. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Not in chat anymore. Fair enough. I really don't understand what is going on in people's heads sometimes. And I really just want to know. I want that insight. I want to know why they said what they said. You know what I mean? I really want to understand. But it's one of those things. I guess we'll never know. We'll never be, never have our curiosity satisfied. You think what got you into hunting was a random shiny Wurmple on Emerald on your way to school? You failed it. On a real cartridge of Emerald. That's so cool, Sean. That's so cool that it was a real cartridge of Emerald. But yeah, no, that's awesome. That's fun. That's a good one. Wurmple's a great shiny as well. So like, how did you fail it? Wait a second. Wurmple's catch rate is really not that bad. No, did you end up like, did you accidentally crit it or something? That must have been like a really, really unlucky situation for you, because I swear it can't be that bad. The first message was also weird. Definitely a troll. Give me a second then. Wow, that's commitment. It's been 8 months. They also spelled "you are" wrong. They put the wrong "your," which is always fun. Probably just a small child. Honestly, probably just a small child. Maybe you're better off if you don't have that insight. No, because if you have the insight, you can ban them. But without the insight, they're just saying something silly. You know what I mean? You know, listen, you gotta have that reason to go for it. Hello, Peace. How you doing? It's toast. It's just a piece of toast. That's what I had for breakfast, actually, was just a piece of toast. Quite enjoyed it. I don't often have carbs in the sense of like, you know, as much as I used to. I've been cutting down on them so that I can lose a little bit of weight. It's not been going that well, actually, to be honest with you, recently. But you know, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you think it seems cool. No beans? No, beans are grim. Beans are disgusting. I don't know why everyone in America is always like, ha ha ha, UK says beans on toast. I hate it. It's grim. Beans are so sweet. Why are they so sweet? I don't understand it. There's so much sugar in the tomato sauce that beans are like stored in. I can't do it. I can't do it. They're disgusting. There's so much sugar in them. Absolutely grim. They're foul. You ran as you weren't paying attention. It's still one of your biggest regrets. Oh man, that's rough. That is rough. Yeah. You'll go reclaim it. Do a reclaim mission for it. Putting potatoes in every dish. Potatoes are good though. Beans are not. How have my energy levels been since cutting down on carbs? Lower? Higher? I don't know. I've not really thought about it. I feel like I'm sleepier earlier, but maybe that's just because I've also been trying to improve my bedtime routine as well. Trying to just be better. How you doing, Pixie Sticks? Welcome in, welcome in. Putting potatoes in everything is delicious, so that's based. I'm with you. I agree with you on that. Fully agree. Fully agree. You're very tempted. Tracking down a copy of Emerald's going to be a pain in the butt, though. I get you. I get you. I think it won't be quite as bad as you think it'll be, but I do understand where you're coming from with it. Old games are sometimes quite expensive. I think I got a copy of Crystal recently for like £30, which is like maybe like $40, something like that. $38, $40, something around there, which isn't too bad. I was quite happy with that. I was genuinely quite happy with that. Not bad. Yeah, it's not amazing either. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's good enough that I was like, huh, that's all right. We got 38 seconds left, chat. So probably one more picnic after this one, as long as we reset it fast. I love that we're getting like 0 spawns. That's so cool. That's so cool. 5 Sneasel. We do still need a Weavile, so it's not bad to see a load of Sneasel. We are mostly looking for Snowrunts though, and not seeing any Snowrunts at all is, let's call it disappointing. We saw 2. We saw 2 or 3 there. Yeah, I think for me, the Pokemon game that I really want just to have that I don't currently physically own a copy of is Pokemon Soul Silver. I've got Heart Gold. I don't own Soul Silver at this moment in time. I lent it to somebody and never got it back. So I would like to get it back. When are we going to do more Crystal Shiny hunting? It's a good question. Good question, well asked. I'm not 100% sure. Probably sometime soon. I reckon when the Shiny Dex is finished is when you'll start to see more Pokemon Crystal showing up. When the Kitakami Dex is finished, we'll have a little bit of time where we need other things to do. That's when you'll see it. I remember the first time I found this cave, I was like, wow, that's awesome. All right, let's head over to the Vullaby. Let's do it. We're definitely not losing any speed here. That's what I'll say. And then the Pokemon just starts dropping. I don't know. I just think that this game could have done better with the overworld movement. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what just happened? You attempted the living shiny dex Kitakami, but you're not really sure if you're ready to commit. You're like 3 boxes into Scarlet Violet. You have no right to say this. No, I get you though. I feel it. Like, that's kind of how I feel about Sword and Shield. I'm like, I would love to do a shiny dex in it, but also I don't want to. It's like, it would be stupid to do. But what if I did it? No? Okay. I think this is a good place to stand. And then I think we do a quick picnic and we go from here. Have I ever tried to do a shiny only Legends Arceus run? I haven't ever tried to do a shiny only run of anything. I think for me, shiny only runs aren't necessarily as enjoyable as just shiny hunting stuff. You know? I don't know whether that makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense, to be honest with you. These are going to be quite awkward to see. I'm wondering if it's like a vibe of we should just do a little circle like this and check them all out. And then do a picnic when we've checked everything out in the circle. Or if we should stand and zoom from far away. Because I think the shiny is very noticeable. But, you know, it's like, it's one of those ones where it's a bit of a menace as well. Spot it. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. That worked well. I'll take that, actually. I will take that. That went really, really good. Never mind, never mind. That worked good. Okay, let's go. Now, chat. Really exciting moment. I don't know what Mandibuzz looks like, so don't tell me. I'm really excited to find out what this Pokemon looks like. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Let's call it Never Mind, because I think that's a really funny thing that just happened. Let's go. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. Level 69. Nice. Let's go. Oh, not to the boxes. We need to go to the bag and we need to give it some candy. I'm not going to look at chat for a second because I don't want to have it spoiled for me what Mandibuzz looks like. Here it goes. I think this shiny is actually surprisingly nice. Just as a side note. So I'm hoping Mandibuzz is the same. Even if it's subtle, I want it to be a good one. You know what? I really like that as well. Oh my god, I love its little pink collar. That's so cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go, let's go. Okay, cool. 165. We're still going. You're in purge mode. Don't worry. It's all good now. We've already seen it. Now, let's check it for a mark because I forgot to check it for a mark. It does not have a mark. Okay, cool. Yo, Toast, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate it. Now, chat, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to get rid of this Vullaby outbreak because it's actually in our way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the game. I'm going to go out of the game, I should say. I'm going to go down to the system. I'm going to go down to the date and time. I'm going to slap through the days real quick. And then I'm going to go back into the game. It's gone, right? Let's check what we've got in its place. Growlithe. Oh, wait, we should probably zoom in and out because the game's a bit broken. You got to go. Catch you later, Toast. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry Volo ended your shiny Nuzlocke. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you again sometime. And chat, because it's daytime, I'm now really quickly going to make a picnic and we're going to get that Riolu that we needed the other day. All right? This is how it's going to go. Something not spoiled for Ryan. Like the first thing in ages that's not been spoiled for me. I really like the shiny. It's sick. It's really cool. I don't know. It's just, there's just something about it. There's just something about it. We are making real good progress. I will say we're making real good progress. This Riolu could be the next step for us here. Is the stream title 165? Doubters shaking in their boots right now. We are so back, chat. We are so back. That was a very, very fast shiny. You know what I mean? We're so back. Give me a moment. Oh, I was just wondering. I didn't know if it was or not. I wasn't being like, why is it not? I was being like, is it? I'm not sure. I was looking at the screen instead of at the chat, so I didn't see if the command had gone through or anything like that. It was actually a nice shiny pixie. You're so right. Look at it. Look at it. I don't know. The feather texture as well on those wings is really cool. You're standing firm. I mean, you kind of have to at this point. You've already committed. You've already committed. I think the confidence level for me, though, is here right now. I am confident that we will find the Pokemon we're looking for. And that should maybe be scary for you. because I've not been confident recently, and it's been proven correct. Day, though, confident. Gonna get that Riolu in this sandwich, in fact. We've got half an hour for it now. You're confident I'll get 2 more? Okay, you know what? I would even take 2 more, though. I'd be happy enough with 2 more. I'd be happy finishing the day. I would like to finish the day at 169. I think that would be fun. 4 more shinies takes us to 6 for the day. Hello, Talnov. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope your day's good. Yeah, I think 4 more shinies for the day. I reckon we could get on board with that. I reckon that'd be good. Finish at 169. Wow. Don't often see them spawning up on that rock. So many Riolu. So many. And a Quagsire. Because why not? I'm trying to think about what Pokemon I'm really excited to shiny hunt in the DLC, because there's a lot coming in. I think the starters are going to be really interesting to see how they work, because we know there's going to be a lot of starters in DLC too. I'm interested to see how they exist. You know? I think it's going to be really good. Dupe again. I think the Hoothoot dupe was actually like fun. It's like we've gone from having no duplicates to having Hoothoot twice in a row. There's been no gap between Hoothoot duplicates. Oh my god. I saw the Vullaby. Genuinely thought it was a shiny Riolu for a second for some reason. I think it's because we hadn't seen a Pokemon other than Riolu for a minute. And I was like, did RyanBot lose its sub? It often does. It doesn't seem like it's lost its sub at the moment. I can see the emotes from it. I would ask if RyanBot does lose its sub, chat, don't resub it. Don't give it a sub for today. I want to see if I can get its lifetime sub from Twitch, because you as a partner, apparently, I've been told by other partners, I did not know anything of this, but apparently you can give a lifetime sub to your bot. So we'll see. We'll see if I can sort that out. But yeah, so right now it seems like it has it. Does anyone else see the bot without a subscription? Do you see the emotes that it's posted? Okay. So the thing about Riolu, chat, is that it should be very easy to see, but the grass around here is kind of the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like the grass around here, it just makes everything a little bit trickier because it's very, very long. You see them? Okay, good. You're so happy that the starters are back. It makes them easier to hunt. Does it though? Because here's the thing, right? You know how it is in this game, right? Right now, we've got a fighting sandwich. The only Pokemon here that is fighting is Riolu. If the starters share a spawn area... and you use a fire sandwich, you're going to see Charmander, you're going to see Cyndaquil, you're going to see... Wait, hang on. Was that... No, that's not shiny. For a second, I was like, was that a shiny one? You're going to see Charmander, Cyndaquil, Torchic, Tepig. I intentionally skipped out the Gen 4 Chimchar because I forgot what it was called. Like, you're going to see all of them in the same location. It's going to be hell. You're going to get so many phases. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe a mobile glitch. Reload fixed it. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad it got fixed. Yeah, next time the bot sub runs out, I'm going to try and get it a lifetime sub. But I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if we'll be able to or not. Ba-da-da-doo. Just despawning as much as I can without having to make a picnic because it's just a little bit quicker. Don't mind me, I'm lazy. Bulbasaur and Rowlet fans are going to have an amazing time if that's how it works. Right, for real though. For real though. I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of like progression to it. So like, whether... Do you know what would be really cool? And I don't think this will happen, but hear me out. Do you know what would be really cool? This is like an academy, right? That you're going to. You're going to like a really famous and a really successful school. What I think would be incredible is that you sit in a class with a professor from the region that the starter is from. Professor Oak for Kanto, right? You have your class with Professor Oak, the Kanto starters start showing up. You have a class with Professor Elm, the Johto starters start showing up. I think that'd be really cool. I don't think it'll happen, but I think it'd be really, really cool. And then you could go, oh, I want the Johto starters the most. I'll do the Professor Elm class first. You know? Is it Professor Elm? It's Professor Birch is Gen 3. Professor Elm Gen 2. Right? Rowan is Gen 4. Sycamore Gen 5. No. Where is Rowan? Wait, who's Rowan? Juniper is 5. Sycamore is 6. Yeah, okay. I remember the professors. Gen 7, who's the professor? Oh, is Gen 7 Kukui? I don't like Kukui very much. And then you got Gen 8, which is... oh my god, which is Gen 8? I actually don't think you really interact with the professor very much in Generation 8 in Sword and Shield. You mostly interact with, is she called Sonia? The professor's, like, daughter or whatever. But there is a professor. There is a professor still in Gen 8. She's an old lady, and I can't remember her name. Interesting. And then, obviously, you've got your Gen 9 professors, which are a little bit different. They're just a little bit different. Magnolia! Oh my god, you're so right. You're so right. Wow, you're so right. I genuinely think that I spoke to Professor Magnolia maybe once in the entire game, and it's when you go to the house at the start. And then it's Sonia takes over, right? Yeah, you're so right. Good memory on that one, Shay. Good memory. I had no clue. I had literally no clue. I wouldn't... Like, if you'd given me, like... I was trying to say peony. That was the thing that was stuck in my head. But I'm pretty sure that that's Chairman Rose's, like, relation that's in the Crown Tundra. So I know that I'm wrong about that, but... that's where my brain was. That's where my head was at with it. Man, I really like a shiny hunt where you don't have to just sit at a picnic and you can just run up and down. Chat, ad's starting soon. You think Gen 8 is the only game where you completely forget the professor exists? I would say, yeah, maybe. Because you've got the chairman of the school and you've got the professors in this. The professor... Do you know what, chat? I'm still not over the reveal for this. Like, we worked it out as it was happening, but we didn't get it until we were in Area 0. And, like, I'm still not over that they were like, oh, yeah, that happened. Sorry about that. Like, what? What do you mean? I'm trying to be spoiler-free, but I feel like at this point, the game is a year old in 9 days. I'm allowed to talk about spoilers for Paldea's story, right? For base game Scarlet and Violet, we can talk about spoilers. I think that's fair. Yeah, we're going to talk about Scarlet Violet's story. The professor's being dead the whole time? Excuse me? You're talking to an AI version of them because they're straight up just dead somewhere? And we don't know where. We don't know what happened. Like, what happened to the body? And then the AI version jumps into that weird machine? I don't know. It was a sick fight. It was a cool experience. Like, where they're stood, like, up on top of this giant platform throwing Paradox Pokemon at you. Insanely cool situation. One of the coolest boss fights. If it wasn't particularly hard, necessarily, but one of the coolest boss fights I remember having in a Pokemon game as well. On par with Volo, for me. It's in the past/future. Yeah, I don't know if the professor will show up again in some capacity in the DLC too. It'll be interesting to see. Hello, Tactics. How you doing, my friend? Ryolu, yeah. We've had a pretty good day so far. We've got a Tutel and a Mandibuzz. So not bad, not bad. I'm so back. How did you end up going with your hunts the other day? Did you manage to get to Feebas in time? Mandibuzz, Wowie. Yeah, we got a Vullaby and evolved it. It's a shame there's no Overworld Mandibuzz. I'll say that. You got up to it. Let's go. Took you 10 hours? Oh my god, dude. I went through some 10-hour streams recently. You must be exhausted today. You must be exhausted. Oh, man. They're draining streams, those ones. They're draining streams. Congrats, though. I'm so happy for you. Now you just have to spend the same amount of time looking for a Feebas outbreak. Each game has the other professor somewhere, I think. You think so? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's I think it would be a cool way to introduce the starters is do a class about Kanto, about Johto, about Hoenn. I think it'd be a really cool way to announce a Johto Pokemon game coming out, or a Unova one, to be like, oh, I'm such and such professor from this region, and we're going on a school field trip to this region next year. And then they announce the game next year. I just think that stuff like that, they're missing out on so many little things they could do to make Pokemon games just like insanely exciting, and like searching for like little hints and rumors and stuff. I'd love it. I'd love it. Anything to see Oak and Birch. I really want a Legends Johto. I want one so bad. I mean, they've referenced Laventon in this, right? From Pokemon Legends Arceus. He's on a board in a classroom in the history class, I think. He's on a board in the history class. I couldn't believe it. Actually, do you know what? This game has referenced Pokemon Legends Arceus a substantial amount. I'm just going to say it, like a substantial amount. You're ready for a Legends Johto? I still think that every single Pokemon region deserves the Pokemon Legends treatment. Every single region deserves a Legends game. They're just so cool. They're such a good concept. Really changes the entire perception of the region as well for me. I didn't know Sinnoh at all until Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, and now it's like one of my favorite regions because I just think it's great. So good. Why do I like it? I think it's great. Good critical analysis there, Ryan. Let's go. Yeah, happy with any Legends? Me too. Me too. About a year or two ago, they renewed the copyright trademark on Heart Gold, Soul Silver, so it could be a shot. I think that renewing trademarks, though, is a thing that just happens with companies anyway. I think it's mostly just so they can maintain their trademarks, so that other companies can't take the trademarks and stuff as well. I mean, like Disney does it a lot as well, right? And I know it's not anywhere near like public domain or anything, but maybe they're just keeping on top of stuff. I don't know. Yeah, let me have my copium. No, I'm with you. I'd love to see a Heart Gold, Soul Silver Legends game. Imagine a Legends game with 2 regions. This is the problem with Johto, though, is that Johto is, you know, connected to Kanto, right? It's connected to Kanto, and everybody knows it's connected to Kanto. So I think that if they did a Johto game, people would expect Kanto. How would you feel, chat, if you got a Legends Johto with no Kanto connection? You just have to stay in Johto. How would you feel about that? Would you still want the game, or would you be like, ugh, I wanted Kanto? Because I'd be fine with it, you know, just staying in Johto. I'd be okay. If they were like, if you got to the mountain and there was no way through it or around it or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay. I'm all right with this. I just want Johto again. Johto greater than Kanto? You think so? Yeah. Legends Johto. Oops. All Kanto. Yeah. Give all of the boss trainers just Kanto Pokemon constantly. We've all seen Pokemon challenges complaints about Johto. We all know. We all know it. It's funny how often when you're talking about Johto, the first thing somebody will say is something like directly out of Pokemon challenges. It's just like a straight up quote. It's really, really silly. I like it. I think it's fun that somebody can have that level of impact on a community's opinion. I think it's funny, though. You wonder if Let's Go Johto might happen? I feel like I've read somewhere that there's been interviews where they've been like, yeah, we're not doing another Let's Go game. It was fun, it did well, but we're not doing another sort of thing. I don't know. I might be wrong. Feel free to correct me if I am wrong. I would love to see another Let's Go game in a sense, but also I'm kind of like, I think it's very, it's Marmite, right? It's Marmite. Some people really, really love Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. Some people hate it. We a while ago came up with the Pokemon that we think would make good Let's Go Pokemon for Johto. I think that because, like, you know, you're often going to have Pikachu as like one of them. You could just have Pikachu Eevee again, but it could be Let's Go Pikachu Eevee Johto. But I think we wanted to change it up and make it like still like fun, but like, you know, I can't remember what we said though. We came up with an idea. I think we had Togepi as one of them and people hated it, but it's like iconic Johto. You know what I mean? And Togekiss as well, I'm just saying. You know, you'll love Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, but you don't want the lack of battling. What difference did it make? you catching wild Pokemon in the wild through battling versus just catching them. For me, I never understood that complaint. I get that some people have that complaint, but I never understood it because to my mind, throwing a Pokeball is exactly the same as pressing Flamethrower. I don't understand the difference. Pichu, Togepi, and Marill you see thrown around. Yeah, I think Mareep would make a good one as well. I think it's a good Pokemon that everybody really likes. Wooper as well would be fun. There's some out there. There's some out there. But yeah, no, I'm genuinely interested to see what you guys say about like why you didn't like the no battling wild Pokemon. Hello, Strikes. How you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Hope your day's going well. Today's a good day. You're 4 ranks away from Emerald 4. Hope you can make it. Emerald 4 in League? I don't know any other games that have Emerald as a ranking thing. You'd still buy a full Johto? Oh, me too. Me too. 100%. Yeah, in League. I'm just excited for the new TFT set. I've got the PBE installed, ready to go, and I want to give it a go, but I did not have time yet. I know it only came out like yesterday, but I've not had time yet. Johto has plenty as it is. No, I'm in full agreement with you. And I think that Johto gets a little bit overlooked because most people talk about how exciting it is to also go to Kanto. I think it'd be nice to let Johto have its moment to shine. And I think that a Legends Johto would be like, I don't know. I want to see the legendary beasts before they were revived by Ho-Oh, right? I want to see them burn down the burned tower. I think it'd be really interesting. There's so much lore just sat around in Pokemon games with no actual lore to them. There's just like yeah, this tower burned down a while ago. It's like, yeah, but why? And they're like, see ya, go fight that gym over there. It's like, what? What do you mean? Tell me something. You know? It's between Platinum and Diamond. Yes, yeah. That's what I was saying. It's the only game I know that has Emerald as a ranking. I'm currently Gold 4. But I've got an 89% win rate this season, so like, you know, I'm only Gold 4 because I don't have the time to keep climbing right now. Johto would be a great Legends game. Agreed. I'm with all of you on this one, chat. I think Johto would make a good Legends game. Mostly just quality of life stuff that made the catch-only encounters problematic. If they added a transfer mechanic of PLA, you'd probably have less problem with it. There is. You mean the release system? There is. That is in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. You can select up to 30 Pokemon at a time. It's the second most efficient we've ever had in a game outside of Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's like, it's really, really fast. It's literally like 3 extra clicks every 30. And that's like basically nothing. I'm not sure that I agree with you on this one, but that's okay. People can have different opinions on what quality of life is for a video game. I think that even not comparing it to other Pokemon games, releasing 30 Pokemon at a time is good. You know what I mean? There's not many games that do that. When you are comparing it to other games, it's literally the second best we've ever had, right? I agree with you, Mel. I agree with you. Celebi is a great Pokemon for it. Another thing. Right, now, hear me out. Hear me out. Your character in Pokemon Legends Arceus got left in the past, right? I think if Celebi brought somebody back to the past, right? That would be a good game as well. Leave your character in the past. It ends up, later on, a multiplayer Pokemon game where you can pick between all 10 of the characters that have been brought back to the past, and the story of that game, find your way back to the present. I'm just saying. I know that that'll never happen, but I think it's a sick plot line. I think it would be a cool as hell game where you all, like, it's a 4-player game, but you can choose between one of your 10 characters or whatever there is. Just have 4 Legends games where people are brought back to the past. I don't know. It'll never happen, but I'd love to see it. Different in opinions is one of the things that makes the world an interesting place. Sometimes that's true. Like a mini MMO? Yeah, something like that. Who's to say? I haven't really put much more thought into it other than just the base elevator pitch of like, wouldn't that be cool? You know? You need something to add the missing 9 Pokemon to the Switch so you can get their shinies. Yeah, I get you. I don't think that every Pokemon needs to be on every console. But especially now that there's 1,000 of them. But I guess with the Switch having existed for as long as it has, I think it's kind of crazy that there are still Pokemon that haven't made an appearance on the console. It's a very old console at this point. How you doing, Deja Mew? It's good to see you. Strawberry ice cream in Malibu. That's my northern version of that song. It could be cool. Oh no, we've lost internet again. It's happening so often today. What's going on? Okay. This is really frustrating. I wonder why it's happening. This is crazy. What's going on? We're back already. We're back already. But the internet's like diving in and out a lot today. I might try and like see if there's anything I can like close a bunch of like stuff for. Yeah, there's nothing really open. There's nothing really open that could be causing this. Close this. I don't have any streams open. No, there's nothing open. There's nothing open that could be causing this. Anyway, it's fine. We'll continue. Let's carry on looking for shinies. Wait, check behind us. No, nothing. How's me and how's the shiny hunts going? Pretty good. Pretty good, honestly. Thought your Wi-Fi was just dying again. It was a very, very brief stream disconnection, but we're okay now. It seems like it's gone back to normal. Yeah. You're back home again. Nice. Congratulations on a full day of school. What should we do after the Riolu chat? Should we do some resets looking for stuff? Or, right, here's your options, right? After the day runs out, we can't look for Riolu anymore. Riolu is like a daytime only spawn, okay? So the options are, we can look for Snorunt again. We can look for Basculin, which is going to be a bit of a hell, but like we have to do it at some point. Or we can look for an outbreak of a Pokemon we don't have yet. Like Barrascuda is what I would be looking for primarily if we were doing that. What do you want to do? There's also Trevenant. Don't forget Trevenant's on the list too. So yeah, what would you want to do? Have a think. Just have a think. Because there's so many different options, right? Currently hunting Ribombee and Scarlet Violet. Stop the Charmander at 4,300 today. 4,300. I'm sorry you don't have it yet, but yeah, 1 in 8,192. It can take a while. You're on your way. You're on your way. Outbreak. Trevenant sounds fun. Trevenant only if it shows up. I'm not actively looking for Trevenant though, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It would be like if it shows up, great, let's go for it. You up for anything? You'll watch no matter what. Oh, I appreciate that. That's actually a very nice answer. I like that one. That's the best answer, chat. The rest of you failed the test. That's the answer we're looking for. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do because you want to watch it anyway. That's so much nicer. Honestly, Riolu has been a bit of a menace for me in every single game we've looked for it. You got a random shiny Cutiefly and it was crazy lucky. Good luck on the Ribombee. Yeah, Ribombee, I didn't know how good the shiny was until I caught it in Scarlet and Violet in Kitakami. It was so good. I was like, wow. You know what it looks like, right? If you're hunting for it in Scarlet Violet, or are you waiting to see what it looks like? Teacher's pet. Yeah, and the rest of you have to stay for an extra 30 minutes after class today. All right, that's right. Streamers say they don't have favorites. They're lying to you, chat. They absolutely have favorites. I'm joking. I don't know. I don't have favorites. You haven't spoiled yourself. Fair enough. It's a good shiny. It's very cool. I liked it a lot. I won't talk about it. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to be the reason that you find out what it looks like. Can't stay long, but I hope it's a good stream today. It's been good so far, Pink Eden. It's been real good so far. We've been chilling. We've been vibing. We've got a couple of shiny Pokemon that we've been looking for. Always nice. 5 more minutes on this sandwich. Looking forward to it. It's an outbreak. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have a Ribombee outbreak. I just ended up getting an extra Cutiefly and evolving it. I would have liked to have got it on the overworld, knowing what the shiny looks like now, but is what it is. A lot of Riolu. Is Sentra easy to spot? I think that you'd be fine with Sentra. I think you'd be fine with Sentra. I thought the Vullaby was going to be really, really difficult to do. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was going to be a really, really difficult shiny to hunt for. We got you know what? We got lucky with it. We got away with it. Did we ever get that last girder? We did, didn't we? If I was to... Do you have a girder? A shiny girder? Any mods in chat? Do you have a shiny girder? Do you want to do some trades after this, chat? I can trade a Poliwhirl to Geordie, and Geordie can trade me a girder. And then I can trade my girder back after Geordie attaches a King's Rock. Don't have your switch? Never mind then. Never mind. If there's any other mods in chat, hands up. At mods. Can I get a mod check, please, and thank you? Don't worry about it, though. It's all good. It's all good. I think it would be good to get some of these evolutions done, chat, is what I'm trying to say. I think it'd be nice. You can touch trade if you'd like. I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to only be doing that with mods. The reason being, as much as you're in chat a lot, you could just be waiting for a moment. Okay, right. Well, Squall, you don't count, right? You know, you're just here to ban people. You don't play Pokemon. You don't play Pokemon. It doesn't work like this. The real mod of the people. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a fair thing to say. Squall has been doing good work for a very long time with it. Man, I hate that my stream keeps crashing today. I think it's very frustrating to see the amount of times it has crashed so far. You've played Pokemon once or twice, and I'm here. That's enough to count. Oh yeah, you count for whether a mod is here. You don't count for can I trade Pokemon with you. I assure you I'm not, but I know there's no way for you to know that. No, and it's just one of those things. It's better safe than sorry. Do you know what I mean? Even my mods might do it, but at that point, it's like it's less of a, you know, it's less of a risk. Less of a risk. Not no risk, just less risk. Good morning, Keith. How you doing? You all right? Everything gets sorted out with your extra friend of yours over there. To be fair, you have a copy of Violet sitting around. The boyfriend bought it and played through it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess that if you had Nintendo Online, you could probably do the trades then. But you don't have a shiny girder either. Or a King's Rock, I would imagine. You know what? I think that even still, even with all of that extra stuff where you're like, I might be able to, I still don't think you would be able to without putting like a solid like 10 hours into the game. Like you'd have to put some time in. Everything's sorted. Price didn't go up, so it's cheaper overall, which is good. Oh, nice. Sick. I still haven't opened the chat because I forgot that it was muted and it's just not there. If you want to send me a separate message being like, Ryan, pay me, then I'll do that. I'm sorry. I'm so unorganized with every single thing that's Discord related. It's insane. I just mute things when they're bleeping. When they're like, ba-dum, ba-dum, I'm like, shut up. And then I forget that I've muted them and they disappear. You got a King's Rock and a shiny girder. Yeah, well, me too, all right? You think you're better than me? Well, good for you. You look happy and healthy, not me. If you ever cared to ask, good for you, you're doing it out there without me, baby. God, I wish that I could do that. I've learned that song recently on guitar, which is why it's stuck in my head. It's fun. I think that now that my friend is no longer in Argentina, you know, long story short, had to come home very quickly. Because my friend's no longer in Argentina, I want to do some like open mic nights somewhere. I've missed playing live music. I'm pretty like, I'm not good at singing, but I can play a mean bass guitar. I think it'd be really fun. Do you reckon that'd be good, chat? Do you reckon I should do it? Matching your sense of humor. I'm glad. Applin Outbreak. Ooh, good luck. Hope it goes well if you do it. You play bass, let's go. The best instrument. Honestly, I think for me, like, I play guitar as well. I play guitar just fine. But I don't know. I've always just enjoyed playing bass a little bit more. I think it's a lot more fun. Did I buy a ticket yet? Liam sent everyone an email and didn't hide the chain of emails, so leaked everyone's emails, Limfao. I didn't, and I'm glad. that I haven't, if that's happened. I don't want my email leaked. But yeah, no, I haven't yet bought a ticket. I'll sort it. He said he's gonna let me know if they're running out of tickets so that I can get one like quickly if I need to. So I'm paying attention. I think that's the end of the sandwich. It is the end of the sandwich. Okay, chat. What was the decision? Mr. Talented, I think you'll be fine. Don't worry. I think so too. Yeah. I lost my mind. I spent the night crying on the floor of my bathroom. But you're so unaffected. I really don't get it. I guess good for you. Okay, what did we decide? I asked you about what we should hunt next. And you guys definitely had an answer, but I forgot what you said. A pop-up with, is this still your number? Stream as hell? Yeah, I hate it. Outbreak? Outbreak was what we decided, huh? You guys really want us to look for an outbreak. That surprises me, you know? Genuine surprise from me here. All right, chat. Let's do it then, shall we? Let's go. So I think that something with outbreaks now is that we've only got like 30 Pokemon left, you know? And because there's only 30 Pokemon left, there's not many Pokemon we can actually get. Happy Toadstool Thursday. We've done it though. We even got an extra one and everything, Chloe. We've got all the Toadstools. We've got all the Toads. There's nothing left for us to get. What do we do now? You can't wait for this to be over? For what to be over? The living shiny decks? You didn't know what you still had? Wow. Not a real fan. Not a real fan. It's cool that we've got the Oricorio outbreak down there. That's nice. Look at that. That's a sick one. I didn't even know they existed. Yo, Ranga, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream today? I hope everything was good. Welcome in. Hello, Gengar. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Sable. What a really powerful raid. Let's go. So many people. Welcome in, everybody. How was the stream today? I hope everything went well, Ranga. What do we have on our outbreaks? We got Mimikyu, Noctowl, and Sinistcha. I wonder if it's authentic or not. And we'll never know. You say these extremely nice things and this guy makes me feel bad. You say nice things to me? When did you say nice things to me? I don't remember that. No, I'm kidding. I really appreciated when we were chatting on your stream the other day. I'll definitely make sure to at some point remember to go on Discord and send you a message on Discord. Takes me a long time to do that though. Welcome to my life. I'm sorry, Simple Plan out here. Welcome to my life. No, anyone? The only Simple Plan song I know other than Welcome to My Life is actually you guys might be familiar with it. It goes like this. It goes, what's this Scooby-Doo? We're gonna follow you. We're gonna solve that mystery. It's Scooby-Doo. It's the Scooby-Doo song. It's the only other Simple Plan song I know. Look, what do you want from me? I didn't listen to them. They sounded too whiny. I couldn't tell if Welcome to My Life was a parody or not, because they were like, oh man, no one understands me. I'm always so sad and it's only me that's sad. And I was like, that's got to be a parody. But then I was like, is it? Their other songs also sound like this. And now I'm not sure if they mean it or not. So I didn't listen to much of them. And this is when I was in high school. So yeah. He said chat isn't his friend, so he's getting boycotted for that. What do you mean? How's the shiny hunting going today? It's been going pretty well, actually. The shiny hunting's been going pretty good. We've had like a good amount of success with it. I think we're on 2 new shinies so far. You saw Simple Plan a couple of months ago and they were selling t-shirts with a mystery machine carrying the band equipment. That's incredible. Love that. Love that. 165 is awesome. I know 30 left, huh? 30 left out of nowhere. Poliwhirl. Toad Thursdays. It's a shame there's no Overworld Politoads. Oh, and Annihilate. There was actually some pretty good outbreaks on that reset. Toad Thursday. To be fair, though, we do already have the Toad, so it's fine. We've already got the Toad. We don't need it anymore. You don't know. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. Is it that one? I vaguely know that one line that I sang. I don't know anything else, though. I'm sorry. Toads are too powerful. Exactly. Hello, Moonlight. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's your day going? Thank you for coming by the stream. Is it just me, or is the Accumulatown music a little loud? I'm gonna just turn it down on my end. You guys, you might have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it. Spinnerack, Squover, Pichu. I don't know where that Pichu outbreak is, but we do need this. It's very loud. Is it actually really, really loud? Yeah. You think it's fine, personally? I wouldn't say that it's very loud. It's going at about minus 35 decibels. So, like, you know, very loud I wouldn't necessarily agree with. Let's go check out that Pichu outbreak. It is definitely louder than the game, though. The game is going around, I would say, usually... the other one was peaking at minus 30, and this one's peaking at minus 35, so, you know. I wonder if the Pichu outbreak is here. It seems like it is. This could be good. This could work well. We still need Pichu. This looks pretty solid. This looks pretty solid to me. Okay. Yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, this is looking good. Okay, yeah, this is looking real good. All right, cool. Let's go, chat. Pichu outbreak time. Pichu outbreak time. It's louder than my voice. It definitely wasn't louder than my voice. You guys are wilding out for saying that. Like, in terms of, like, legitimately just, like, on the mixing console, it never got even close to the level my voice is at. So, like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It may have been fairly loud. Definitely wasn't that loud. But, you know, we'll keep that in mind for future. I'll not play the Accumulatown song anytime soon. That's the Furret song? It is the Furret song. You're right. I'm sorry. I should call it the Furret Walk. Cool. Lots of Pichu then. Let's go. It'd be good. You're fairly loud. I mean, like, I feel like I'm fairly loud as well. I feel like to be a streamer, you have to be somewhat loud on some level. Wow, classic guy gaslighting me. How dare you? I saw a joke the other day, and it was along the lines of, chat, did I tell you the joke about gaslighting? Yeah, have I told you it yet? Or maybe it's because you're on the phone, you're fine? Yeah, maybe. Do I ever stream and just really can't be bothered to speak at all? All the time. Literally all the time, yeah. Speaking for like 6 hours a day is actually so much more tiring than people give it credit for. It is exhausting some days. Legitimately exhausting some days. Nobody's answered whether I told you the joke about gaslighting yet, so I don't know. I don't know if I told you yet. Anyway, it goes like this. It goes, yeah, I did. I told you 3 minutes ago. You never listened to me. There you go. That's it. That was it. That was it. That's literally it. That's literally it. It's not funny. That's it. That's the end of it. You know the joke, so you refuse to answer? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, wait a second. I don't think that this Pichu is shiny. But I wanted to stand closer to it because its ears were the wrong color because of the lighting. So I've moved closer to it, just in case. Just in case. The one over there is the one that we were looking at. The one above this one. It's not shiny. But the ears were a different color at a distance. It's a stupid joke. It's a stupid joke. I'll give you that it's a stupid joke. We might have to get rid of this little raid den, honestly, if we're going to be doing this Pichu outbreak. There's so many Pokemon from just regular Paldea that we still have left to shiny hunt. Right? I feel like we did the DLC ones too fast. You need a lighting emote? Oh, for real, yeah. You want beta spiky Pichu? It looks so good in white. I think it's one of those that we'll unfortunately never get in a mainline game. Might see it as like a spin-off thing at some point for some reason, or I don't know. But yeah, never in mainline. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. So again, I thought I saw a darker yellow Pichu. Oh, it's the shadows. The shadows. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I know the difference between Pichu and shiny Pichu. I know the difference. I'll spot it a mile away, chat. You don't have to worry about me. I've got this. I'll spot it from a mile away. I'm too good at shiny hunting for this. The outbreak is definitely getting lower. We're making good progress. That's all we needed to hear. All we needed to hear. A lighting emote would be good, but like, how would you do it? It'd have to be like an animated emote or something where like the sunlight is on a Pokemon and it looks shiny, and then the cloud goes over the Pokemon and it's no longer shiny. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah. I don't know. What's a mile? I'm sorry, what? I'm not following. It could be a spotlight. Yeah, but then at that point, like in the size of an emote, I feel like it wouldn't be well represented and it wouldn't actually work. But I get what you're saying. I think it's a cool idea, but I don't think it'd work. Oh, chat, would you like... So basically, I did a little bit of... you know, so chat, Pokemon cards picked my shiny hunt, right? We've spoken about it a little bit before. What's on this at the moment? On the thumb preview. Property. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. So this is fine. I recently made a little thumbnail. I did a thumbnail preview for it. I did a little practice ages ago. Can I find the original silly one? I wish I could find the original silly one because it was really, really silly. The Pokemon cards pick my shiny hunt. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. See if I can find the silly one first. I think these are too old. You wouldn't steal a cat. My partner email. Who's that Pokemon? I don't know, 2.4 million views in a month. This one's called Perrin. This one's called... I've got to be careful not to just click the wrong thing as well, I guess. Okay. Okay, I can't find it. But I gave the thumbnail a little go, chat, yesterday. And the thumbnail that I came up with as a work in progress thumbnail is this. Is this. Hang on. What do you think of this? Work in progress thumbnail. What do you think? Do you like it? What do you think? Do you think that's good? I was like, I'm just practicing. I was like, I'm just giving it a go. I don't really know how to make thumbnails. So I was like, it's probably not going to look great, but I think this is all right. I think this turned out okay, actually. I was like, do you know what? Obviously, it's not going to be that guy going, it's going to be me. But like, what do you think? What do you think of the thumbnail? Anyway, that's kind of what I came up with for it. Pokemon cards pick my shiny hunt. Because that video is well on the way. I've seen the first draft. I've seen a more recent edit, and there just needs to be like a tiny little bit of polishing the video up, and then it's going to be good to go. That should be the final. I'll post it for members on YouTube. How does that sound? If you guys, I'll post that on the members channel for YouTube. If you guys want to become a member on YouTube, you can. You don't have to. I think it would be really funny to have members posts that are like that. Just like me doing a draft of the thumbnail before the final one. But yeah, you guys can if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. Members on YouTube are cheaper and pay me the same as Twitch. So, you know, exclamation mark YouTube if you want to go and have a look at that. Crazy, man. YouTube is a very different machine to Twitch. It's very, very weird to like learn about. Oh, not many left. Perfect. We've done it. We got to the stage where we can now shiny hunt Pichu. So let's see if we can move this out of the way as well. It's a 4-star one. Yeah, I reckon we can do that. Change my Pokemon. Yeah, I reckon we can very easily do this. Where's my Iron Hands? Select. Challenge alone. Let's go. Just move it out the way, you know, so that we don't have to worry about it blocking our view of shinies. That should be the final. What a mile. Joke failed. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm not very smart. How you doing, Teddy? It's good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope your day's going well. Chat, I will say something to you, and I want you to know, if we ever find a random shiny from one of these silly raids and it's not a Pokemon I need, I will be so sad that it wasn't just a random Gimme Ghoul that I tried at one point. I can't believe how stupid Gimme Ghoul was as an event. I really can't believe it. Oh, wow. I maybe didn't even need to belly drum. That's crazy. Did I not need to belly drum? The meme is, what's a kilometer? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't catch that one. I'm sorry, I did not catch that one. And one punch to the face. You got a shiny Shuppet today from a den? Oh, really? That's cool. That's cool. They're really rare, raid den shinies. Really, really rare. They're cool, though. If you get one, it's very cool. Check out your YouTube. I don't have a YouTube. Okay. I don't know what you want me to say to that, Talnub. Yeah, no, self-promo is not really a thing that we do here, even as like a joke. It's kind of poor etiquette. And I know that, again, I know it's one of those things where you're like, I'm just joking, but like it opens up the door for other people to do it. And it's the same thing as when there's like spoilers and stuff, and people are like, this is the spoiler. And it's like, oh, I'm just joking, but we can't know for sure. I'd rather you just didn't do it at all. Does that make sense? It's like, I'd just rather you didn't do it at all. I feel like it's a fair thing to say. Yeah. Okay, so are we going to be able to tell the difference between Pichus? Are we even going to be able to see any Pichus? Because this isn't looking like it's working well for spawns right now. So it might be like a thing of spawn a couple of Pichus, check them all, sort of like rotate a little bit away from the outbreak. Because they're seemingly all spawning over there instead. What if I do a picnic here and see? Someone in Twitch chat tries to spoil something for you, you immediately just assume it's a joke. Yeah, but at the same time, like, you can't know for sure. And then if they've been telling you or something and it does turn out it's a spoiler, then that's really frustrating. At least to me, I find that incredibly frustrating. I guess the Pichu outbreak extends this way quite a bit, it seems. So, like, okay, weird. I think just walking in circles is going to be the plan here. We've got a slightly increased chance of seeing Pichu. I think walking in circles is good. I think maybe even popping an electric sandwich so that the other spawns we get are also more likely to be Pichu. I think that could work for us. What do you guys think? My God, it's going to be so hard to see the shiny, isn't it? It's going to be so hard to see. I'm like, is it going to be hard to see, though? Is it going to be hard to see, or is it going to be one of those ones where we go, that's the shiny, that makes sense, sort of thing, you know? If somebody in Twitch chat tries to spoil something, when The Force Awakens first came out, you were playing Guild Wars 2 and people kept putting in the chat that Han Solo died. And it got so many complaints that the arena net started banning people who said it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's one of those things where, like, people just think that spoilers are funny. I personally find them one of the most irritating things that people can do. There are certainly times in my life where I've been like, oh, I'm not going to talk to these people anymore. No, even if it's an actual spoiler, because then it makes it less impactful compared to if you allow yourself to be bogged down by it. They shouldn't do it. It's bad faith and ruins things for people. But if you let them do that to you, then they get their victory there. I understand what you're saying, but also I'm not going to treat it like that myself. I'm going to tell them that I think they're assholes, and I'm going to ban them. I'm gonna do that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't care for being nice to people. I don't care for trying to be like, haha, good joke. I don't care for that. I'm gonna tell them what I think of them. Maybe that's probably not the right thing to do, but it's certainly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think we've got a fairly decent loop for this as well. It doesn't seem too bad. So hopefully we'll stumble across a shiny Pichu soon. I think it'll be noticeable. Is Twitch messed up? It won't let you resub with Prime. It says Twitch Prime sub unavailable November 9th. Sorry, it is available November 9th, but there's no button. It might just be later on today. It says the day, but it doesn't say the hour. And they're available by hour as well as by day. It's something that they've had for a long time, this, where it doesn't show up the hour as well, and people often get confused. So if a refresh doesn't work, like Geordie has said, then you're probably going to want to make sure that you just check again tomorrow, basically. It is frustrating, though. I feel you. I feel you. Okay. I think we're doing all right. I think we're spawning plenty of Pichu. I don't know whether this is good or not, chat. You guys might have to tell me if you think this isn't working very well. But I think this is about as good as we can get this Pichu outbreak, personally. I think I'm going to have to spend more time looking at them, though. You got an ad for a fighter jet. You were so confused. Yeah, of course. Why aren't you buying a fighter jet to get to work in? Come on. To put it into perspective, you had a lot of anger issues as a kid that you now have under control. Oh, the ending of the 6th Harry Potter book was ruined by your teacher and you just started the book and they were like, have you gotten to this part yet? You almost straight up punched them. Oh, and you straight up almost punched them. I thought you said you did punch them for a second there. No, I feel like we've had this conversation before. I think we've had this conversation before. It feels familiar to me. They only said it to you and nobody else for whatever reason. It's a weird one, that. It's a weird one. I don't know. One of the funny ones for spoilers is, like, obviously you've got films like The Sixth Sense where everybody knows the plot twist, right? The plot twist is literally like a meme that other people will say in other, like, in other media, like TV shows and like other films and like blah blah blah. It's one of the most like well-known twists maybe in history, but like I didn't know it. And me and my ex were gonna watch it, and we're watching an episode of Scrubs before it comes on, before we watch the film. And whilst this episode of Scrubs is on, I go to get a drink, and whilst I'm in the kitchen, they talked about what the plot twist in Sixth Sense was. So I didn't get it spoiled, but I almost had it spoiled literally just by another TV show, which I think is so funny. You were happy with the newest Spider-Man right away. Lockdown began the day after the day of the release. The newest Spider-Man being the one that had all the Spider-Men in it. I mean, like, it was like one of the worst guarded secrets that all the Spider-Men were going to be in it, right? I feel like there wasn't really any surprises there. It was cool to see, but like I went into it knowing that that was the case because it was just so like poorly managed as a secret. Like, I know they edited them all out of the trailers and everything, but like, yeah, I mean, you went in knowing, really. Thought it couldn't happen? Oh, fair enough. If you went in being like, nah, this will never happen, that's awesome. I'm glad you got that experience because, again, I definitely just was like, no, that's a thing. They can easily do that. Marvel's got the money to bring together all 3 Spider-Men, you know? It was fun, though. It was a fun film. I think it's like the last Marvel film I watched. I'm kind of out of the loop of watching them now. I've heard that they've been getting worse and worse reviews, though. Like as if they've dropped off. As if they're kind of done. You went in not knowing because you didn't watch the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer. I never watch trailers. I think that watching trailers often just like spoils things for films. I know that might be a cold take for some people, but like trailers for me are often highlight reels. And once you've seen the trailers, you've seen almost everything a lot of the time. But yeah, no, I'm like, I went in not watching the trailer, but it was so poorly guarded that I knew what was going on with it. You know what I mean? Sorry, my phone just... one moment. Cool. Glad I didn't open that Discord DM live on stream. That would have been a bad one. You don't watch trailers for that reason too? I don't know. I think they've sometimes... And it's not every film, but a lot of films just put a little bit too much information in the trailers for me, personally. And everyone's different though, right? You got to remember that. So everyone's different. Some people really like trailers because it hypes them up for the moments they're going to get to see in the film. For me, I just think I'm just seeing the moment again, really. Hello, Sarah. How you doing? It's good to see you. Marvel's really good about not spoiling things in trailers. It is these days. It is these days. Have you seen trailers for like the old Marvel films? They're awful, man. They're such bad trailers. I think the trailers for Marvel films is the most I see of them these days, to be honest with you. But yeah, like I say, they literally edit out things from trailers so that you can't know what's going on, or just have completely separate footage in trailers as well these days. I respect it. I respect it. I do think it's a good thing to do. Put less info in a trailer for a film. Don't tell me that this is the spot for a Pichu outbreak, like right here, where we're stood now. None of those look shiny. Even the one up at the top didn't look it. Personally, won't see another Marvel movie unless it's a Spider-Man movie that looks really good. Okay, fair enough. I think Spider-Man movies were fine. I don't know. I think that I didn't really see, what's it called? Far From Home? Is that the one with Mysterio in? I started watching it when I was sick one day and just fell asleep and missed all of it, and then woke up right at the end. And so I kind of feel like I missed a lot of like what was like I missed the journey, and I woke up at the destination. And you know what? Sometimes it is about the journey and not the destination. I feel like the destination of that film was kind of like a little bit, you know, it was fine. I tried watching it before I saw the new one. I think that's why I tried to watch it. It was good, not the best. It was fine. It was all right. Yeah, like you say, like you say. Thank you for all the follows today, by the way, folks. Really appreciate it. Really do, really do. Surely we'll get a shiny Pichu from this outbreak. Surely. I think that the yellow will be very noticeable when you walk past it compared to other Pichu. Because I think it'll be like, okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you, because I think that'll be the easiest way to do this. If I go into the Pokédex and I go and find Pichu. I should have just searched for it or something, but like... Okay, if I find Pichu for you, there it is. So, shiny Pichu. Okay, this is regular. This is shiny. The yellow is so much more vibrant, and it's closer to what a regular Pikachu looks like. You know? Whereas this is really, really pale. So I think that is like... I think it's a good one. I think we'll be able to see it. You love the background of Pichu? Yeah, I think Pichu's got a good Pokédex image. I wish you could change Pokédex images, though. At least just make the Pokemon in the image shiny as well. Just failed a routes, not like this. What happened? How did you fail it? But yeah, I think it's going to be really obvious once one is the darker yellow, the more vibrant yellow. I think it's going to be apparent. Even if it's not next to another one, we can still check the cheeks for red. Teleport? Oh, yeah, teleport's one that could be. You got your dealing? Let's go. Congratulations. We love to see that. Another Discord. I can't read that right now. There was a long message. I'll check it later. Zoom. I think we've already checked these four. I think they didn't despawn. They don't look shiny anyway, so let's just keep walking. It used teleport and now it's gone. Oh, Shay, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. That's one of my biggest fears with Pokemon. I will save in front of Pokemon in games where you can save in front of them these days. I never used to. I used to just be like, let's go for it. Like, who cares? Let's go. These days, I'm more like, no, I've spent so long now looking for the shiny in this game. Especially when it's getting to the end of the decks. I'm like, I'm not going to take the risk anymore. I'm not going to do it. You can't make me. Yeah. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I guess, would it happen in Pokemon Legends Arceus as well? Am I looking for any new shows to watch? I mean, I'm always looking for new shows to watch, but it doesn't mean that I'll watch them, if that makes sense. Many people have suggested me many shows that I should watch, and I more often than not, I will just simply never get around to watching anything. I just don't really have the time to watch TV shows all that much. I've got the show that I'm currently watching, which is on weekly, which is RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I'm watching that with my friend. And other than that, I don't really have much time for anything else. A lot of shows take just a little bit too long. Sorry, I didn't actually look at this one here. It's not shiny. I didn't actually look at it. I just walked straight past it and was like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not very smart. Stream drop? Did stream drop? It doesn't look like it on my end, my friend. It didn't look like it on my end. Man, yeah, I think all the stream drops today have definitely not helped with, you know, making people think that the stream has gone down if it's on their end, if that makes sense as well. So yeah, it's definitely a side effect of the stream crashing twice already, that it seems like it's like my end that it's causing it. Yeah, is normal for you? Yeah. I think it's just on their end. RuPaul's Drag Race is so good. You love watching the drama. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Me and my friend went to I probably shouldn't tell you. Basically, we met Cheddar Gorgeous. We met Cheddar Gorgeous, who was a contestant from RuPaul's Drag Race UK last year. Absolutely just the loveliest person. They like doing like a mic check at an event, and saw us like being like, oh my god, that's Cheddar Gorgeous, and just came and had a conversation with us like for like a solid, like, I want to say like 15-minute conversation, just like a nice chat. It was great. Really good. The loveliest person. France RuPaul Drag Race is way more wholesome in your opinion. Never seen it. I didn't even know there was a French one. I didn't even know there was one. Never watched the show, but loved the books. That's fair. Your wife watched the limited series loosely mirrors Fleetwood Mac and didn't know if it'd be up your alley. Loosely mirrors Fleetwood Mac? In what way? What do you mean? I'm confused by that. Just the story of Fleetwood Mac? I don't know. I'm not sure if that sounds like something that's for me or not. I'm really not sure at all. It doesn't... Just the original premise of what you've told me there hasn't grabbed my attention. You know what I mean? I'm not like, yo, that sounds great. Hit me up. I'm like, okay, like, where's the interest there? Like, what makes that fun? I don't know. I have a vague idea of the story of Fleetwood Mac as a band, but like... I don't know. Shows that I've watched recently. What have I watched recently, chat? I don't know. I don't really know what I've watched recently. I don't think I've watched too much, all too much recently, to be honest with you. The fictional story of a band that somewhat mirrors the rise and drama of Fleetwood Macs. Fleetwood Macs. I know you've corrected it to Mac, but I just really like the concept of there being a Fleetwood Macs as well. Just like, it's... I just think it's really funny. Can I make a show about Fleetwood Macs? You haven't watched a lot of TV shows recently either. I think the most I've been invested in a TV show recently was, I think it was called Severance. It had it was like about some people who their work lives and their private lives are completely separate. So when they go to work, they are at work and they have their work person. And that was quite good. That was all right. I really enjoyed that. I think there's going to be a second season at some point, but obviously there's been, you know, COVID and writers' strikes, so it's quite slow if there is one at all. You listen to too many podcasts to have time to watch TV shows. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, like I say, I don't really have that much time for TV shows either, so. I don't know why I feel like this Pichu should shine very soon, but it's one of those things where I'm like, it should shine soon. I think Severance has the potential to be really, really big if it keeps up the energy of season 1. Yeah, season 1 was really interesting. There was some good plot twists in it, and there was some good, like, it felt very confusing. Do you know what I mean? The only problem for me is that it also has the same sort of energy as, oh, season 1's over. What's season 2 gonna be? Oh, Westworld. That Westworld did this. Season 1's over. I wonder how season 2 is going to go. It's bad. And it's got that sort of like energy as well for me, that it could be a Westworld situation where it just flops. I don't know if you guys watched that or not, but yeah. It just didn't... Season 2 of Westworld just didn't land with me. I never watched it. It just like... Me and my friends, we saw like the reviews and the premise and like everything, and we were like, nah. We just didn't watch it. I don't know why it flopped as hard as it did, but yeah, never got into it. Reminded you of Lost. Season 1's really solid. Hopefully it doesn't get too confusing and all over the place. Right, okay. I've never seen Lost either. Is it worth watching? Because this is something with Lost that I've always wondered. I know that Lost is a show that is what at the time was like a phenomenon, right? It was like everybody was like invested. I remember they even had segments where they would like interview the like actors on UK TV about the show because it was so huge and everybody was watching it. And it was on Channel 4, I think. But apparently it's just good and then bad and then really good and then just ends the way they said it wouldn't, or something along those lines. If you've seen the show, you'll probably know what I mean when I say that, because I know the ending of Lost already. But it's like, for me, again, it's another question of like, is the journey worth the destination on that one? It's good, but the end is weird. I heard the end was awful. That's a hard one. You watched it in like 2014 after it had already come out, enjoyed it, started out great, but became all over the place. Yeah, probably not worth it in 2023. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You remember watching it on TV with your brother and your parents? Actually, I lied to you. TV show that I was invested in more recently than Severance was The Last of Us. That was incredible. That was so good. I've got to be honest with you, though. Didn't like the ending. Didn't like the ending. I understand that the ending was probably how the character would act in the situation. That is how the character acted in the situation. But me, I don't know. It just felt... It felt a little... I don't know. It just felt a little weird. It felt a little weird to me. It didn't quite go how I was expecting the end to go. It just didn't. Can't be worse the ending. Oh, don't talk to me about it. Don't talk to me about it. No. Stop. No, that's it. The conversation stops there. No, that's the show that I've just started watching. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Stop there. Stop there. It's over, chat. Conversation's done. Conversation's done. Too close to spoilers now. Binged Under the Dome, began good and then got weird. I think a lot of shows do that. I think they have a really solid premise for season 1. And they know that, like, I think they have a really solid premise for season 1. I've seen D-Swolls typed another message. I just want it joeled out. I don't want to see what it is. I don't even want to know anything about the ending of that show. I don't want to know a single thing. If I say I don't want to know something, I don't want further conversation about it as like a footnote to the conversation. I want it to stop. You'll share zero details, but you watched it for the first time this summer. You'll share no more info. Yeah, no, a lot of my friends have watched it recently, which is the reason that I want to watch it as well. So yeah. Anyways, fish. Yeah, exactly. Joel with the capital J and a little fish will chase away all the spoilers. I just want to move on. Most of the shows is first season, let's go, and then go to the beach. Second season, let's enter Alien. Don't know what that means. Yeah, so I think that for me, a lot of shows, they have a really good premise, and so they'll get picked up by a network, but they don't necessarily know that they'll get another season. So that second season isn't always planned. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I think it's kind of one of those things where, like, you get a good first season, and then oftentimes the second season will suck. A show that I think was genuinely good from start to finish was The Good Place. I thought The Good Place was genuinely, like, just enjoyable from start to finish all the way through. I loved that show. I would watch it again right now. It was great. It's good. Because, like, I don't know. I've got a level with you. I didn't see it. You know that plot twist at the end of the first season in The Good Place? It came out of nowhere for me. I hadn't considered that a fun sitcom show would set the premise as deep as that. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hang on a second. I've really underestimated this show. I was like, wait, hang on. No, for real? I was like so surprised. I genuinely really underestimated that show. It was crazy. It made you gasp aloud. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, it makes so much sense. But like, how did I not see it? Do you know what I mean? I was like, genuinely, how did I not see that happening? was a crazy one. It was a crazy one. Worth watching if you've not seen it yet, folks. Won't say anything else, though. Had no clue you were watching it. No, absolutely. It's all good. Don't worry about it. There is no issue between us with it. I just saw what you said and was like, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk somebody else in chat joining in the conversation. I want to leave it there. You know what I mean? Okay, so far the Sentra outbreak has given you a shiny Spinnerack and a shiny Sawaddle. Good job, Sentra. Let's go. Honestly, I can't complain if that happens to me. I can't find any reason to complain. Yeah, I think we've got a pretty good thing going with the Pikachu and the Pichu at the moment. And just when I thought that my heart was like... the show's perfect example of why you think most shows should be 5 seasons or less. Anything more than that feels like the show loses the plot. Yeah, I think a lot of shows do hold on to making money for a long time. I think a lot of shows don't necessarily have a plot. I'm talking like, you know, there's no overarching this is what's going on in the show. That show, it had like a story. It told the story. It ended. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's how it should be done. Obviously, it's always a little bit sad when a show ends. But for a show to end on its own terms these days is so rare. It's so rare. I think there was a point where Parks and Rec could have ended. You know what I mean? I think there was genuinely a point where Parks and Rec could have ended and it would have been fine. I know that they had their own season. I know they went out on their own terms. They had a season like wrapping up the show. I do think it could have maybe even ended sooner than that though. Man, these Pichu are all starting to look shiny in the light, aren't they? In the cold light of day. All right, chat. So we got something else to do here now. Because it is daytime, we can go and shiny hunt Riolu again. And I think we should because it's daytime. What did you miss? What was the last shiny you remember? Parks and Rec's last season was unnecessary. Like, I'm sure so many people loved seeing the way that all the characters got a story conclusion, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, every single character had a satisfying conclusion. There was no questions left with the show. But, yeah, I don't know. I also felt like, I don't know what... Right, so, you know, The Office... Right? Everyone loves the US Office. Everyone's seen it. Everyone loves it. The end of that show also felt a little weird to me. Like, I think that show could have ended when Steve Carell left, and it would have ended on a high. I think that it would have been fine. I think bringing Steve Carell back on the last episode was also like... Do you know what I mean? It just didn't feel right. He didn't feel like it was his character. It felt like he was just there. He was just a man. That was there at the event. It felt so it didn't feel like it was real. It didn't feel right. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone else gets that though. The seasons without Steve Carell are so deeply mid. I think it's because they put so much emphasis on some characters that I just never liked to start with. I just spilled my drink on the edge of my drink. Saved. I've never seen that show, Sarah. Hot topic, didn't see The Office. It's a good show to have on when you're not doing anything and you're just chilling, but I don't know that I'd say that it's like a must-see TV show. You know what I mean? It's fine. I enjoyed it. It was good enough. Like, it was good enough. Yeah, no, Parks and Rec, The Office, and Community are shows that if I'm doing like some editing or something and I want some background noise and there's no streamers on, I will just simply loop through those shows. Which one have I seen most recently? It's been a long time since I've seen Parks and Rec because I don't know why. Chris Pratt, probably. People said for ages you have to watch Friends and The Office. Friends was horrible, so didn't bother with The Office. The Office is so different to Friends. Friends is live studio audience, laugh track. Not laugh track, but feels laugh track. Do you know what I mean? A lot of it hasn't aged super well. I think you do have to have a little bit of a nostalgic connection to Friends to enjoy it if you watch it these days. I think The Office is different. The Office is enjoyable even if you don't have a nostalgic connection to it. But I think it's probably, again, I think its moment's gone. You know what I mean? I think it's faded now. If you didn't watch it yet, you don't need to. It's not like that phenomenon it was where everyone was talking about it and there were so many references. Although, chat, one of my alerts is an Office reference. Everybody just calm down. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? You love Friends. You realize it's imperfect, but you just have so many happy memories tied to it. Yeah, me too. I get that. I think it's like one of the first box sets I ever owned. All 10 seasons on a box set. I remember my cousin was like obsessed with it when it was airing and watched the final episode of it live and stuff and everything like that. It is a wild one. You're rewatching The Office now. Peacock has what they call superfan episodes with added scenes. It's been great. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I wonder how much those added scenes really add to the show, or whether it's like a little bit clunky, especially if you're familiar with the show. Because I don't know. I've watched it like probably like 6 times through at this point. Not because I've watched it 6 times through, just because I put it on while I'm doing other things. I'm a person who needs background noise. Up until like last year, I needed some noise going on while I was trying to fall asleep, or I wouldn't be able to fall asleep as well. Your father said he watched Friends 3 times all seasons just from watching you and your brothers. Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's probably fair as well. I do think the show is good, though. I still really enjoyed Friends. Again, though, there is some very poorly aged stuff in it, but there is also some like genuinely good jokes still. There's some bits that are genuinely still just very funny, you know? I don't know. I think one of the standout things that I originally got me really into it, it's like early season. It's like in the Blackout episode where they have a power cut in New York. And I think like somebody's on a balcony being attacked by a cat while the rest of them are inside singing The Carpenters. That was the first bit that I remember remembering, and being like, haha, that's really funny. They can't hear him being attacked by a cat. You need noise to fall asleep. You feel like such an iPad kid. No, I get it though. I don't know. I've over time, I've managed to train myself out of it, and I'm able to get to sleep now quite well. Yeah. There's some scenes that are funny and add context to things. Some are unnecessary. Okay, that's valid. That's valid. Honestly, you love the show Trailer Park Boys. It's been dumb, crazy stuff going on Trailer Parks. It's one of the shows you put on in the background. You've watched 12 seasons at least 9 times. Fair enough. 12 seasons, though. Like, for me, the 10 seasons of Friends is too many. Right? Like, there comes a point in the midway part through it where you're like, Joey and Rachel. Okay. I don't know. It does feel like there is like a point where they were like, we need to keep going. We need to keep making this show. People love it. Pivot. Yeah. My sandwich. There's so much quotable stuff from it. I hate to, honestly, like, if I could keep useful information in my head, as well as I keep in quotes from TV shows and lyrics to songs, if I could keep useful information in my head at the same rate as that, I'd be a genius. I'd be a genius. Ross and Rachel had you banging your head against the wall, but that's kind of the point of it, is that it is a stupid argument that keeps getting like stupidly represented, and it's like, that's kind of the point, is that it's like really frustrating that the writers are keeping them apart because everybody wanted them to get together. Now, I've got a level with you, Twitch chat. I think Ross is just a bad person. He's just not a great person. But yeah, I didn't really care for him at all. Monica and Chandler? Yeah, Monica and Chandler are great. Chandler was like my favorite character in that show. Really sad about Matthew Perry. Really sad about it. Ross is so annoying, so annoying. Yeah, he's the worst. He's actually the worst. Yeah. They're walking red flags. What, Ross and Rachel? I don't think Rachel ever does anything too drastic. I think Ross is the worst, though. He's got real bad problems with his anger as well. He's just a scary guy. I don't like Ross at all. I never liked Ross. Rachel grows over the course of the show. I agree with that. Rachel has character progression, character development. I can't believe we're talking about Friends in the year of our Lord 2023. Crazy. It was like an indie TV show, not made by a studio out of Canada, so low budget but dumb humor. Yeah, I've so with Trailer Park Boys, It's one of those shows that I've never watched because somebody that I knew was too into it. You know when somebody's too into something and they really oversell something and they're like, no, you need to watch it. It's incredible. It's the best show ever. You really need to. And then they sit and watch you watch it. That's kind of how it was. Now, I like watching shows that I care about with people that haven't seen the show before because I like to see how they react to certain things. But I'm not going to over pitch it because I know how bad that is. I know how uncomfortable it makes people feel. And they literally watched me. They were staring at me the whole time I was watching the show. And I felt just so on edge. And I was like, haha, that was really good. We should watch more sometime, and never watched another episode. I couldn't remember anything that happened. I don't think I even processed anything that happened in it. I just felt so uncomfortable the whole time. You have that with Avatar? Oh, fair enough. I've never seen that either. Ryan, could you make a call to Game Freak about my shiny odds? Thank you. No, I need to make a call to Game Freak about my shiny odds. Where are my shinies, Grisavant? Huh? Been like an hour. Nah, I'm joking. I'm actually just having a nice time, just chilling and vibing, walking around. I don't know about you guys. You love Avatar? I've not seen it. Is it worth watching? Probably not. There's too many. I'm saying, is it worth watching? For me, probably not. I have too many shows on the list at the moment. I feel like adding a show that's as long as Avatar isn't going to help me. I feel like it's not going to help me get that list shortened. There's so many Star Wars shows on my list at the moment is the problem. And it's like, I need a palate cleanser because too much Star Wars is really going to drive me mad. What's a good place to shiny hunt Ekans? An Ekans outbreak. It's like isolating Pokemon in this game is not really a doable thing in Kitakami, at least. So yeah, an Ekans outbreak is a good place to hunt Ekans. I know that sounds so like sarcastic, blah, 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 but it really is the best place for it. So that's my advice to you. Full odds hunting's giving you iron patience. I feel like my patience is pretty good. I think you have to have a good level of patience to shiny hunt. But I'll also say that as much as you need a good level of patience to shiny hunt, you also need to, you know, you can't just go, oh, I'm fine not getting anything. Sometimes you need to be a bit grumpy at the game too. I think that's healthy for you to be a bit grumpy at the game too sometimes. You know? Turn the lighting down a little bit. I was looking a little bit shiny. Not in a I found a shiny Pokemon way, but in a, you know, too much light bouncing off my skin kind of way. Is it good? Yes. Is it mostly nostalgia? Maybe. Okay. Know when to hold him. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Yeah. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. And I know music. I think Atla is a solid 2023 bar nostalgia even. Atla? ATLA? I don't know what that is. I've never seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia because I watched like maybe 10 minutes of the pilot and it was like, ugh. I was like, oh my god, is it always this bad? I was like, oh my god. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Thank you. You've been aimlessly wandering around Kitakami, wondering what to do and have without knowing their location. Happened across 2 of the 3 faithful. Yeah, they're very easy to locate. I'm guessing you found the monkey and the dog, is my guess, if you're just aimlessly wandering. I think the bird is a little bit less easy to like wander across. But the monkey and the dog, they're really, really easy to see. It's the bird and the dog that you found. Wow. The bird's a little bit more out of the way. I guess the monkey is also kind of out of the way. Depends on how you walk. Depends on how actively you search all areas. But yeah. You remember the week when the last episode of Avatar aired 3 times too late so you could watch it live? It was 3 times too late so that you could watch it live. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't quite follow the sentence, but I get the idea. You wanted to watch it live, I think, is what you're trying to say. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever... Oh, for class. I see. I see. You've been actively searching, not been actively searching at all. You actually know the general area the monkey's at. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, I get you again. It's just you'll see them. They're gigantic Pokemon on the overworld. You will spot them. Yeah, I think getting rid of the shiny Pokemon, shiny legendary soft resets has been a very sad one. I think it would have been really fun to do one every like 50 Pokemon for this. It is what it is. They're just really crappy people. I don't think that I would enjoy watching that though. I think that's my problem. I understand that the premise of the show is that they're bad people. But like, I don't know. It seems daunting because there's so many seasons. Yeah, and also it's hard to care about an asshole. And they all seemed like assholes in the first 10 minutes of the show, and I just couldn't get past it. I literally, I put it on, I was like, oh, my friends love this show, I'm going to try and watch it. I got 10 minutes in, and I was like, I'm turning this off, and I'm never trying it again. I don't know, man. I just didn't like it. I feel like It's Always Funny as wholesome, trashy people. You love it. It's Always Sunny, sorry. Wholesome, trashy people? I'll tell you, the 10 minutes that I watched, they were anything but wholesome. There's some really just not great things being said. I think. From my memory of it, I was like, don't like hearing those words. You know? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, TV. It's a lot of these shows we've been talking about have been these like sort of like comedy sitcom shows, like, you know, your 25 30-minute episodes and stuff. What about dramas, chat? What have you watched drama wise? I recently actually finished Better Call Saul as well, and I actually really enjoyed it in the end. Like, for me, it took a little bit to get going. Like, the first season was good but not great, and then the rest of the show I was like, wow, I actually really liked Better Call Saul. It was good. You found a stupid green Hoppip. You hate that Pokemon so much. I'm glad Hoppip didn't make a return to Kitakami. I will say that about it. I was very glad to see no Hoppips in Kitakami. You finished Squid Game a while back? Oh, I watched that when it first came out, yeah. Undercover is a good Dutch drama series. I struggle with subtitles. I like to have something on where I don't really have to dial in and focus. It's why I'm struggling to watch a lot of animes. I don't want to dial in and focus on a lot of shows all the time. When I'm in the mood for it, great, absolutely. But when I'm not, I'm like, do I have to? Do I have to do this? There's not much space, is there not? Most of the good drama shows you see are local. Fair enough. You don't watch a lot of dramas. Fair enough, fair enough. How are we doing today? We're doing good, thanks, Skatey. How's about yourself? Just chilling and vibing, trying to find ourselves a shiny Riolu at the moment. I feel like I'm just struggling to find Riolu no matter where I look. It doesn't matter if I go to Paldea. It doesn't matter if I go to the best area for Riolu in the whole game, which is here. I just don't find them. I'm just not finding any Riolus at all. Doesn't matter if I look in Pokemon Legends Arceus either. No matter where I look, no yellow dogs. To be fair, Lucario took a while as well, though, so I'm not against it. You love a lot of Japanese shows like Squid Game. You hate that Squid Game became so popular that there are so many shows that are better. I didn't actually know where Squid Game was from. That ducklet is gigantic, by the way. I didn't actually know what country Squid Game was from. I had no idea. I didn't think it was Japan. I thought it was Korean. Huh. Goes to show. Squid Game is from South Korea. Okay. Maybe it is then. Okay, well now I don't know. Can somebody else confirm, please? It was Korean? Okay. Okay. I thought so. Cool. Glad I was correct. Glad I was correct. Squid Game was good. I think that the point of the show was somewhat missed in the fact that it now exists as a game show. That's like a little odd to me. I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I think season 2 of Squid Game, whenever that comes out, will be interesting to see. I wonder if it will be the same sort of like experience as the first one was, though. Oh, Hannibal was really good. Hannibal's so like, there's some really uncomfortable visuals in Hannibal, you know? Day 29 of the VOD is very awesome so far. Thank you for that, Thomas. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that the VODs are kind of coming towards an end at the moment. End of November, so yeah, maybe like 6 more VODs and then they're done. And then the Teal Mask ones will start going up instead. Be interesting. People replicating Squid Game when it came out super missed the point. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, even now though, they're already making a TV show of people doing it. I've not seen Dexter. I've heard it ended badly. Or was that something else? No, Dexter ended badly, right? I heard it had a really terrible ending. And so they literally refilmed it because it was so bad. They like brought all the actors back and did a new ending. That's what I think. That's what I heard about that show. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong about that. I think that's Dexter. Yeah. Yeah. No bad, no worries, no worries. Yeah, Hannibal was a show that had very distinct phases of existence. An entire season they redid, but yeah, oh my god, that's crazy. It must have been ending badly then if they had to refilm an entire season. Congrats, Talnov. Hopefully it doesn't teleport away from you. I don't know that they have teleport at like level 60 like they are in this. Yeah, there's so many Pokemon in Kitakami that can like escape from battle with like no problems at all. Kind of crazy. While aimlessly wandering. I honestly think aimless wandering is one of the best ways to get shinies in this game. I really, really do think that. It's so much fun. So much fun. Chat, do you want to go for Gumi after this for a little bit? Oh, no, it's Pichu. It's Pichu. We've got a Pichu outbreak. Don't worry about it. I've remembered what we're doing. Don't worry, I remembered. It's all good. I was really, really hoping we would get the Riolu on today's stream. That's kind of like one of the big things I really want to get sorted today. It's been a while of looking for it, and I don't like that we're stuck in daytime only hunts for it. I'd like to be able to go wherever I want, whenever I want to go there. And that's something we can't really do if Riolu doesn't show up soon, because we have to always make sure our daytimes are spent looking for the blue dog. Well, the yellow dog, I guess. Man, I've been looking for the blue one. That's why we've not been getting it. Imagine. I say that, we turn around, yellow dog. That's why you have a damp Golduck with... a Golduck with Taunt. Yep. Good reason to have it. I don't bother. I just save in front of them and use quick balls. Yo, how you doing, Scopio? Good to see you. Hope your day's going well. How is things? How's life? Hope everything's good. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's sunset now, so we're probably not going to see too many more Riolus before we have to move location. Trying our best, though. Actually, it feels like it's sunset, but also, like, it said we had 12 minutes left on the sandwich. So kind of a little bit, like, doesn't make sense to me, but we'll see what happens. Life's good. Starting off your day with a mimosa. All right, it's okay for some. Are you at, like, an event, or are you just feeling like a mimosa today? The way they gave us being able to manually change the day and night in Pokemon Legends Arceus and took it away in Scarlet and Violet. I've said this so many times about Pokemon, but for every step forwards they take 2 more back. It's crazy. In fact, it's like every single game they release, they bring out features that are 4 steps forwards, but they also take the same 4 steps back as well. It's wild. It's so weird. If they put together every good quality of life feature they've ever added to a Pokemon game, we would have an incredible game on our hands. But for some reason, they're just like, oh, we don't need mass release anymore. What, changing the day and night for when there's Pokemon that only spawn in the day? Wait 36 minutes, idiot. It's like, come on, man. Come on, really? You're really doing this to us? I don't know. I just think there's... I think I'd make a good Pokemon game. All right. Keep us on our toes. Yeah, for sure. There was champagne and orange juice in the fridge. Fair enough. Why not then? Why not? I don't really like champagne all that much. I don't know if that's bad, but like, yeah. You got your source book, moving on to Fampi. Good luck. I was like so old when I learned that source book was spring, autumn, winter, summer, or whatever. Summer, autumn, winter, spring. I was like, it blew my mind. I was like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? That actually blew my mind. You didn't play Gen 5? I mean, does it explain it to you in Gen 5? Or are you just meant to make that reference? Hold on, what? Okay, I'm